Other thing on that, or throw another piece of meat on that grill. That's what they're doing at LU tomorrow. So
right on.
You can tell where my mind is. But I will say this, that you can, if you can lock in for 4 quarters, then that brotherhood that you're talking about will be less likely to have to scramble to try and correct things.
Right.
You know, the coaches can only do so much. The players got to do their part, but they both got to work hand in hand.
Yeah.
And that's what the expectation here is for Millwood. They don't want to just be a playoff team. They want to compete for the title. The field is in solid condition. Game time temperature should be about 80 degrees, and it will drop steadily to about 73 by the time the fourth quarter comes around. The winds are from the south, blowing at about 3 to 5 miles an hour. The head coach of the OCS Saints, of course, is Tanner Roof. And that name should seem very familiar to you if you follow the local high school scene around here. He was at Edmond North last year. He's coming in here, and he has lit a fire. But he was giving a wealth of talent and a wealth of options, and they're looking to take this team this year to the next level. I mean, this is a team that is literally should be considered a contender, a legit contender for the Class 2A crown. I know it all comes down, a lot of folks say always to Washington, and and Millwood and some of the other programs that we know all too well. But this year, better circle this team. This is going to be a great team. Of course, the head coach for the Millwood Falcons in his 11th season is Darwin Franklin. When we come back, we will also have the Super Prep players to watch coming up here. We'll also get the keys to the game. That's coming up here in a little bit. Want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight's broadcast: Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. We're going to take our opening break of pregame, and we'll be back because we're officially 21 minutes away from kickoff. When we come back on the other side, Coach Darwin Franklin's got a lot to say. I want you to hear it. Check it out on the other side. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
Let's take a break and then get back to
Oklahoma City. I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to listen to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my Edmond, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
This is our Love's Travel Stop Student of the Month, Kiana Tubbs, from Cristo Rey, OKC Catholic High School. Thanks for joining us, Kiana.
Thank you guys for having me.
So I heard that you currently have a 4.2857 GPA.
Yes.
That is really impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about what motivates you in school?
So what motivates me in school is just kind of wanting to go to the higher levels, so wanting to go to college, but also having a support system in my family and friends and just wanting to make them proud. So student government, I'm involved as the student body president, so I had to run and be elected for student body president.
I also heard that you have plans to attend Howard University and pursue a career as a criminal defense attorney. What led to that career choice, and was that always something you wanted to do?
So I've always been into like politics and law, but I didn't exactly know what I wanted to do in that area. And so I combined my passion of helping people, and so that's kind of how I came up with criminal defense attorney. It's helping people when they're in a position where they can't help themselves.
That's the Yang Yang Twins performing live on the McDonald's of the Southern Plains stage on the campus of Lakes University. We'll see you there.
If you're looking for the best casino experience,
then Riverwind is your place to play.
Get spooky with our $80,000 Friday Night Fright.
Play with your wild card all October
For a chance to win a share of $80,000. Riverwind, the best place to have a good time.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 Biggie bundles let you create your own delicious combo. Choose from a sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, small seasoned potatoes, and a medium hot coffee. But it's obvious which combo's the best. Sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes. Well, maybe it's the fresh cracked egg and cheese biscuit with a medium hot coffee. Or 2 savory sausage biscuits. Whichever you pick, you can't go wrong. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie bundles.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not available in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Can't sleep with this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need NyQuil Severe Honey.
NyQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a dreamy honey taste.
Feeling better, honey? Honey? I'll take that as a yes.
Try NyQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu symptom relief. NyQuil Severe with honey flavor. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever. Honeylicious, best sleep with a cold medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
OKC, it's back and funkier than ever, and we're on a higher level. The Wild Child, Scott White, Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140. And the Blue Note is back with Season 2 of Funk Monday at the Blue Note, 2408 North Robinson. And this time, we're going to level up and take you higher. We'll have Blue Note drink specials, the funkiest jams, and Triple H, a new co-host and bartender. If you'd like your business to sponsor Funk Monday, call 405-425-4100. For bookings and events at Blue Note, contact Red at okcbluenote.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-953-1788. 800-953-1788. 800-953-1788.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin, don't you soft on the potty. This is supposed to roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The grip is always soft. It's our party vice. So our cheeks feel flat. So everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Let's get back to more play-by-play Millwood Falcons football. Only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Welcome back to LW Good Football Stadium this evening. Maurice Prince and Dwayne Doolittle, the ref, on the mic tonight, bringing you this action. We're officially 14 minutes away from kickoff. But I got to tell you, it only would be a great game is if we can hear from the coach, because he sets the tone of what his mood is for the week, and that is the best insight that you have about the team. So here is Coach Franklin. I talked to him yesterday as he was getting ready for this game tonight, and this is what he had to say.
Coach, what were the positives you could take from the Newkirk game last week?
Goals. You know, our guys set goals. They set a certain set of 3 goals for themselves. 3 goal boards in their offensive, defensive, and special teams. So we're just trying to get the accountability piece. The accountability is real simple. You either do your one and you win, or you don't and you lose.
Is this team beginning to learn that with, a big game looming this week?
We're driving it. You know, we're driving it and trying to drill it in. We'll see. You know, it's one of those things we had you know, when you practice bad and then you turn around and you win a ball game, people can start thinking, this we can do this and turn it on. Well, then what happens when you practice bad and get your teeth kicked in? Then it comes back and say, oh, we got to do some things different. But, you know, we got to start getting to the point to where we're saying, listen, I don't have to get my teeth kicked in to realize there's a certain way to practice.
Coach, this is a really solid OCS team that you're playing this week. What is your thoughts on this group?
Man, Tanner got them rolling. You know, there's a reason they're undefeated. Physical ball club, big ball club. You know, gonna definitely make us bring everything. You know, we're gonna have to play a pretty sound ball game. We're gonna have to communicate better. We're gonna have to definitely talk and then do. You know, you hear me say it all the time, do R1, but now we got to do R1 to a higher level. The deeper you get into the season, you have to make sure you're doing your one even more because the opponents are getting better and better, and there's a reason that they're there. So that's what we're working towards, and that's what OCS is definitely going to make us bring. It's a very good ball club.
You said, you know, that they're a very good team and the games matter more the deeper you get in the season. There are teams that are not intimidated by the M on the helmet.
Right. AM means nothing. You know, shoot, you might be intimidated early, and then you get deeper into the season, and it turns into, we get the chance to knock them off. We can be the class that say, we beat Millwood. We went into their house and beat them. So, you know, if they ain't afraid of that, you can't control that. All you can control is how you come out and execute. And all the hooping and hollering and the talking and all that stuff, it don't make a difference when them lights come on.
Finally, Coach, what do you want to see your team do?
Focus. Just focus. Just lock in on a task and the things that need to be done in order to be successful in that task. Not the things that make you be seen and not the glorious things. I want to see some of the hard-nosed work ethic things, the grunt work. You know, to be able to sit there. If it's a competitive ball game in the fourth, we got to see guys close, finish a game without mistakes. You know, we need guys to stop jumping off sides, watch the ball. It's right there in front of you, and just be accountable, be responsible, and be locked in to do your job. Just do your job.
Coach Franklin, very passionate this week. You know, what is your biggest takeaway from what he had to say there, I mean, there was a lot of things to take away.
Well, I can tell just listening to him, he is locked in. He is laser focused about this opponent, and he is doing all he can do, and has done all he can do to transfer that message to the team that, hey, listen, just do your job. Do your job. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about what somebody else is not doing. Do your job. The coaches, the coaching staff, they know this opponent. They've seen the video. They've spent more time watching video than the team has, because the coaches go through and they look at almost every game, and then they bring those little tidbits of video to the team. So they haven't had the opportunity to see everything that the coaches have seen, and so they understand the task that's in front of them. The coaches do, and now it's just getting the guys in the locker room with the M to man up and just be the wood.
Right.
Be the wood.
I mean, you heard that, but the one thing this audio interview does not do is talk about his body language. For everything that he was saying, it was a little bit more this week because he wanted to make sure, and he said it early in the interview, I wanted them, that's what we're driving. He says, we came out the gate this week telling them this is the game that you need to get ready for. This is the team. And he was saying you can't expect to practice 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 days, and then say, okay, we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to lock in today. We're going to do it better today. No. Not at all. He says that we've got to get it started early, and we've got to be able to finish, and then stop doing it. He says do your one.
Right.
Do your one, and if every player does his one, the things will take care of themselves. But he says we got to do our one at another level.
Yeah.
He said if you were just finishing, you better finish and make sure you wrap up. If you were supposed to be in position, be in position. Because this particular Oklahoma Saints team, I'm here to tell you, they have a lot of wild formations, but it's not smoke and mirrors. They are a downhill run team. So when I mean downhill, they're going to execute what they line up. In other words, don't think this is just going to be a jab and I'm trying to, shake you out.
Right.
When we did the game in Hennessy last year, when Gary and I called that game, Hennessy did some smoke and mirrors. They lined up in odd formations, but they were counting on Millwood not to be smart enough to execute. Well, now that's a little different.
Right.
This team says, no, we're going to do the unbalanced formation. We're going to throw a committee formation, 4 receivers, and throw one on the other side, and that other one might be the quarterback, and then run some plays out of it.
Right.
I mean, they are willing to take chances because they are that experienced and that loaded. 8 returning starters on offense, 9 returning starters on defense.
Right.
This team, all they have done is added on, and not to mention some of the players from Edmond North that did leave to come to OCS.
Right.
I mean, this team is loaded, dude.
Yeah, and another thing that I heard was, in the games that you're supposed to win, your athleticism will get you through those games. When you make those mistakes against teams that you're supposed to be, up and down the line, there are teams that they played. Heritage Hall was not one of those teams, and they exposed Millwood. And so they righted that ship, and now they've had some weaker opponents in Class 2A. Well, I can assure you that on the calendar, on the schedule, Week 1 was scheduled, and this game was circled. 2 games circled. And so now he knows that, and it's telling us, and we can extract from this, that if you make the mistakes that we've made in the games before this against this team, you'll get run out of here. And that's what he's trying to – that's that driving point. I'm driving this into you. Hey, this is not your grandma's Chevrolet. This team is the real deal.
Yeah, and there's no question about that. We'll take our final break of pregame, and then we'll be back in just a moment with today's Super Prep players to watch and also the Narissa Berry Insurance Keys to the Game. That's all coming up next. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
Through October 25th, a full week of spiritual growth and renewal at St. John Missionary Baptist Church, 5700 North Kelly Avenue in OKC. For more info, call 405-478-3344 or visit stjohnokc.org.
Now, everybody says they have gas. Yeah, but is it really gas, though? Exactly. Go check out Days on Route 66 right off 39th in Portland. Now, you can pull up to the happy hour from 12 to 3, but they have great deals like $100 OZs of some fire, and you got options. I promise you, you got options. Small bud OZs starting at just $60. Shake OZs are going for $15, or you can grab 3 for $35. Now it gets even better. 1,000 mg gummies for just $10, and their pre-rolls, you'll be Days. Only $1 for pre-rolls. Days on Route 66. Hold on.
Yo, J Balvin here. Verizon just hooked me up with a new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium. How can you get one? By switching to my plan at your Verizon store, get the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro on them. When you trade in any iPhone, any model, any condition, guaranteed. And listen to my new song, Dientes, on your way to get the new iPhone 15 Pro.
Don't miss out. Switch to my plan from Verizon today. It's your Verizon. $999.99, 128 gigabyte only. Device payment purchase or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on unlimited ultimate plan required. Less $1,000 trade-in or promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
Okay, everyone, gather round. It's time for corny jokes about passing the torch.
The team at Kirian's Welding was fused together solid.
Thanks for all the late nights and early shifts.
But double retirements mean the crew must bond with some certified new hires.
You've both gone the extra millimeter.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates, and you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from the Indeed dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
An A-piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken's new hot and spicy wings is just $4.99. Prepped in secret spicy marinade, hand-breaded until crispy perfection. They're a delicious combination of heat and flavor. Kinda makes me want to celebrate.
Hit it! Tasty, heat, tasty, heat, tasty, heat!
Wings, am I right?
You're right. Grab an 8-piece of KFC's new hot and spicy wings for just $4.99. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Let's get back to more high school football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Welcome back to The Good. We are officially a minute and 58 seconds from kickoff tonight. Time to get you what will be considered the players to watch, sponsored by Super Prep. Today's Players to Watch is brought to you by Super Prep. Super Prep is the premier sports outlet featuring the very best in high school and college student athletes in the city, state, and nation. Super Prep can be found on the CBS Sports Radio 105.3 social media at Super Prep OK. Who are those players to watch tonight? Doolittle?
Well, for the Falcons, it's got to start at the quarterback, C.J. Turnbull. He's got to be a senior tonight. A sophomore on the field. He's got to have senior leadership tonight. He's almost got to be perfect tonight. And then his stars have got to rally around him. Jaden Nicholson's got to get open. Miko Levine and Chance Davis, Cameron Carter. He's got to have a great game tonight, running the ball for the Falcons to take some pressure off the quarterback, so make the reads a whole lot easier. And then on defense, Mr. Johnson, backup Johnson, he's got to wreck shop and make sure that the quarterback is unsettled in the pocket and the backside of the defense able to cover down and get some sacks. So defense has got to have defensive pressure and take care of that on that side for the Falcons.
Now, when we start talking about keys to the game, Narissa Berry Insurance would like to help you with the best insurance coverage and pricing for your home, automobile, and life insurance policy, or let her help protect what's most important to you. Learn more by calling 405-547-0595. Do you have some keys to the game, or do I need to step in with these, dude? What you got?
Keys to the game are simple, man. The Falcons have to stay composed no matter what happens. Don't lose your composure. And then selflessness. Care about your partners more than you care about yourself. Stick to the game plan. Eliminate the penalties.
Okay, all right. So out of everything, you said stick to the game plan and eliminate penalties.
Yes, sir.
So out of everything that you said, I had one of those.
Okay.
So it'll be all right. We're going to go by yours, but if I had to throw some in there, would be defensively must line up correctly. Since they have odd formations, be ready for that. And then one of my last one, the same intensity. The intensity you came in the game with, you got to bring that in the fourth quarter as well. Can't be flat because you don't know what you're going to need for this. This is a team that's been looking for some great contact, and they are tall. They are physical. I'm expecting an outstanding game here tonight.
Absolutely. So I'll say this, that you said that about, all that stuff. That's game plan. They've been practicing that lining up properly.
Okay, lining up. Okay. That's game plan. Okay, so 2 out of my 3. Okay, that's in school, that's still a low grade.
It is.
60%, man. I still don't. At least I get passing on that.
We're great on the curve here tonight.
The Falcons have taken the field, and the fans are here. The band is already here. I'm sure you already heard that. Maurice Prince and Dwayne Doolittle on the call tonight. Falcons are wearing their blue jerseys with white helmets. And the key point I'd like to point out more than anything, the Falcons will be
receiving the ball, I do believe, in coming from the north end zone as action gets started. So that's where things will get started. So the Falcon offense will be on the line first tonight. Your thoughts about that, Gary? I mean, to me, I'm a defer guy. If I win the toss, I'm deferring.
And it looks like to me, we were having this great discussion. I think the Saints won the toss and deferred to the second half. And so it gives your offense a chance to come out and set the tone, the temperament, and the temperature for tonight's game of what we're seeing. If you come out on a constant 3 and out, then the Saints get momentum there and come out and put points on the board. You find yourself in a deficit. So it's important that the defense or the offense comes out, executes the game plan, goes down, puts points on the board. Don't have a quick, easy series, and put some pressure on the Saints defense.
I do believe we're going to kick this off, but I think we're going to pause for the national anthem. So we'll stop here for just a second. Millwood band playing the national anthem there. We're officially ready to kick this game off tonight. I find interesting tonight, Gary, that, I know everybody's getting ready for Langston homecoming, but you'd be hard-pressed to say that there's a better game in the city tonight.
I was watching the news, and you called me Gary twice.
I did do that.
Yeah.
Oh, the ghost of Gary. I'm sorry, Dwayne.
Could have been called worse things. And I looked at the news, and this game was on the top line at the sports of Channel 9 today. So this is one of the games of the week, the premier game in the city tonight, right here, L.W. Good Stadium. Mo Prince, Dwayne Doolittle, those of you following along with us.
All right, so we're here. If you're listening on your radio tonight, I want to thank you for doing that, but you can also download the app stream by PPBC. You can listen on your mobile device, but if you'd like to watch the game, and that's what I'm telling you to do, it's a little toasty tonight.
It is.
It's a little toasty. Last time we were here, it got a little frigid, and that was during the Perry Maroons game, and so was the offense that night. But that being said, tonight action should be hot and it should be solid. But if you'd like to watch it, you can download the app PPBC TV. It's a free app, and you can be right in the game to watch it tonight. So here we set to go. All right, so here set to kick the ball off. Kick is away, and it's going to be fielded. Looks like by Jaden Nickens. Nickens dances left, dances right, gets to the 35. He's out to the 40-yard line before he finally runs out of bounds. Jaden Nickens returns the ball, but he received it right there at about the 23-yard line. At least he knows what to do with it.
Yeah, short kickoff. He looked for the edge, get to the edge runner. Didn't try to take it back too much. Set the ball up for the offense. C.J. Turnbull and the guys are coming out and looking to make an impact here real quick.
So it looks like the ball's been returned out to the 34-yard line. And that is where the Falcons will set up shop. 1st and 10 to start things off right away. 1st and 10, all right. So CJ,
That's CJ. Now that looks like Lamar Davis out there. It is. We're running the Wild Falcon from the first play of the game. And Lamar Davis takes it out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 1 on the play. Jumping out there right away with a little trickery, trying to see if they're paying attention. Nice play by the Saints defense. Wasn't really fooled by that. Now CJ comes in to play, and he will quarterback the next play. We got 2 backs in the backfield. Correction. 4 receivers. Make that 3 receivers. Twins to the right, single back. 14 seconds to snap the ball. Thompson comes in motion across the formation. Jaden Nickens catches it, doing some of the dirty work with a nice catch. Gain of about 9 yards, taking the ball beyond the 40-yard line out to the 40, I'll say 42. Setting up, which will be 3rd down and 1. Nice play there.
Just a simple slant route. Jaden beat his man off the line of scrimmage, squared in towards the middle of the field, and CJ put the ball right on his numbers.
Okay, they're going to say that it is enough for a 1st down. As they said, the ball was actually spotted at the 44-yard line there. So nice job by CJ and Jaden Nickens getting the first down of the night. It is a Sunbeam Family Service 1st down. 2 receivers split, single back formation. Anthony Keys in the backfield now. CJ calling for it. Coming across the formation now is Chance Davis. Fake. Anthony Keys gets the call, and he's going to be wrapped up after a nice gain of 3 or 4 yards, taking the ball out to the 48-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Anthony just got as much out of it as he could. As there was a little hesitation in the backfield, stumbled up a little bit, but he's able to salvage that play, staying on track to have 2nd down and manageable.
So it moves the ball beyond the 40-yard line out to the 47. And interesting enough on that one, I didn't think the receiver came around and got the linebacker on that. I mean, it didn't look like it could get the most out of that. All right, ball the snap. This time it is a jet sweep to Xavier Thompson. Thompson with a gain of 9 yards. Nice chunk plays on that. Going to be a gain of 9. So maybe a short gain, maybe a gain of 8, setting up 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and manageable. That's what you like.
Yeah, manageable. Just a simple jet motion to the opposite side of the field, heading the ball up there, took it off tackle and turned up field and got 9 out of it, and keeping the Falcons on pace here.
All right, the Falcons set up for a 3rd down and short yardage to go. 2 receivers split, diamond formation, 3 backs in the backfield with 15 seconds, 9:39 to go. 0-0 is the score. All right. Carter comes across the formation, sets up on the right side. Ball is snapped, and they're going to give the ball to Lamar Davis. Davis hammers his feet ahead down to the 45-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Falcon 1st down.
Patient running there by Lamar. He was able to pick out a hole, exploit that hole, get in of it. Needed 1 yard, got 2 or 3 on the play. Another 1st down.
Falcons with an opening drive here, seemingly building a lot of emotion, I'd say a lot of good momentum on this opening drive. Let's see if they can get it all the way and take it to the bank. All right, we've got diamond formation again, 2 receivers split. We've got 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. Looks like outside linebacker on the left side is about to blitz. Comes through the gap, and this time they get in the backfield and had a blitz, meaning the 2 outside linebackers were coming in and crashed and got to Lamar Davis before he could get the car out of the garage. Going to be blasting back for a loss of 2, 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, he couldn't even get the keys out of his pocket there. That's almost like they knew exactly what was coming there. They saw that play. They were ready for that. Changed up the defensive formation now to a 3-man front.
3 receivers, twins to the left, 2-back formation. Lamar Davis comes out. Looks like he's going to get a screen pass, and he throw it in the flats. Thrown out there a little late, but Davis knows what to do with it. Takes it inside. He's going to make up for it. He's at the 30. He's at the 25 before he's finally brought down. Looks like a gain of what will be about 20 yards on the play. What an amazing play there that time by Lamar Davis and that Falcon offense. I thought he got the pass out there late.
Yeah, it's a simple route. I've said it week after week. It's a 0-yard pass that goes for 20. And when I say that, it's not because the pass didn't go far. He threw it behind the line of scrimmage. It's an extension of the run play, and Lamar was able to turn that upfield and get good yardage out of it.
Gets the ball down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons now. 3 receivers, twins to the left. Jaden Nickens out wide beyond the hash. Lamar Davis gets it on the delay, and Nitro lights up someone running over some Saints, taking the ball close down to the 20-yard line there. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, Lamar is determined. He's running like a man who has on a mission tonight.
So down to the 20, what is that, the 21 or the 22? Looks like the 21. So nice running play that time by Davis. Second down and what will be about 7 yards to go. Ball now on the left hash, diamond formation. 2 receivers, and you got Xavier Thompson out here wide trying to isolate against the corner. Jaden Nickens was lined up in the backfield this possession, and Cameron Carter lowering the pads and plowing away, getting close to first down yardage as he takes the ball inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Make that the 16-yard line. No, let's make it the 17.
One of our players to watch, Cameron Carter. He got the ball, knew what to do with it, got lower than his pads, lower than the defense was able to run over him.
You know, when you saw Cameron Carter run last week in Newkirk, what stood out to you about his punishing style?
Got behind his pads. He knows what to do with that. As again, here he's got the ball here, and he's heading downfield, and he's hard to bring down. As he runs the ball out to about the 11-yard line, that's going to be another first down for the Falcons.
So Cameron Carter takes the ball down to the 11-yard line this time. So Cameron Carter doing his thing. So it's 1st and 10 Falcons. They can get a first down, and before the goal line, it appears they got to get inside the 1. So the Falcons patient on this possession. 6:26 to go before the end of the first quarter. 0-0 is the score. Now, confusion. CJ is trying to get the coaching staff to be clear on what they want. He has it now. So it's 2-back formation. 2 receivers split. Ball is snapped. They give it to Davis. Davis doesn't get too far this time. Looks like he's going to be brought down for a loss of 1 at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, some confusion from the start there, and it translated into confusion in the play as we had to realign the backfield. And the Saints were up to the task on that play, a loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, confusion on a good team. They stay where they're supposed to. They don't fall for too much. So it looks like we're going to have another 2-back formation here. And we've got 3 receivers, twins to the left side, 5:31 to go. The Falcons in great position here, definitely 4th-down territory. So it's now single back. So we got a tight end back in the game, or an H-back, and that's Anthony Keys lined up on the right side of the line. He becomes the lead blocker. This time they try to get it on the jet sweep to Xavier Thompson. Nothing doing there. Saints acts like they've seen this play many times before, and they're not buying it. No gain on the play for Thompson.
Look for Jaden Nickens here. We got single coverage here on this side of the field as they've stayed in a similar formation.
So third down and what will be 11 yards to go. Again, single back, 3 receivers, twins to the left. And it looks like Nickens will be isolated if they go for a corner route. This time they're going to fake it. And CJ throws it over the middle, has a receiver open. It gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Anthony Keys got behind the linebacker on the play.
Yeah, good footwork by CJ. Eluded a tackler, would-be tackler, and was keeping his eyes downfield, able to find an open man in the end zone, strike up the band man. The Falcons put 6 on the board.
Nice job by CJ getting that, and you said it best. He eluded and found Keys in the passing game for a touchdown. And if you're the Falcons, that's the way you want to start off, because you're instantly putting the pressure on the Saints. Knowing that they get the ball in the second half first, it's always good when you make them chase you. All right, so the Falcons are going to go for 2 right now. Lamar Davis going to run the wild Falcon. Double tight end. 2 receivers, twins to the left, Lamar Davis and shotgun. 6 seconds to snap the ball. He's got to get this off. He does. Lamar Davis is going to go to the right side, and the Saints absorb him as he seemed to run into the back of his own player that time.
Lost a little momentum there. As it was open, as the Blackers, the offensive linemen were doing their job, just didn't get outside the left shoulder of the tackle, and he wasn't able to get into the end zone.
He was not able to get into the end zone, but they were able to get into the end zone for a touchdown. It is a First Security Bank touchdown. Proud sponsor of Millwood Falcon broadcast. If you're looking for a bank to help make your dreams of becoming a homeowner or a business owner, let First Security Bank make your dream a reality. First Security Bank is a member FDIC and is an African-American owned bank. So on that, what was the most impressive part about that drive, which was 12 plays, 66 yards.
The patience of the Millwood offense, as it was a run-heavy possession that culminated in a touchdown pass as they were deliberate. Now, take this note. This is the first possession. We're under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. And so how do you keep your opponent from scoring? Sustain drives, keep their defense on the field, keep your offensive unit out, and that'll pay dividends every time.
Again, Coach Franklin and his staff, they play chess, not checkers. And so if you know your other team's explosive, as you just said, why keep giving them opportunities and you may not be able to keep up? And not saying that the Falcons are not equipped to do it, but why put that extra pressure on you if you don't have to?
Absolutely.
Cameron Carter to kick this ball away for the Falcons. Falcons are lined up. Kick is away. It is a short end-over-end kick, and the Falcons. Okay, so it's not going to be considered
That was an onside kick.
It was an onside kick, but it's not going to be considered a penalty because a Falcon did touch the ball. So it will be 1st and 10. Is that right from midfield? Is that where we're going to spot it?
Yeah, first touching where the Falcons touched it.
But it did go 10 yards. I didn't see a flag on the play.
Yeah, touched, last touched or untouched. Goes out of bounds would have been a penalty, but this was an opportunity as the official referee, Ernie DiBernard, out there gives the first down signal for the Saints. And it's a short field for the Saints taking the ball at midfield.
So the Saints will start at midfield, and we'll get our first look tonight at Garrett Wilson, the QB for this Saints team. Senior, this guy has command of the offense, and we'll see how explosive they are coming out of the gate right now. 2 receivers shifting sides, and that's what they do, a lot of motion at pre-snap. So now setting up, we got 2 backs. I'm going to hand it over, and Orme is the ball carrier, going to take the ball inside Falcon territory, and a penalty comes in after the play. So that was after the play, but Orme got a gain of, I'd say, down to the 47, gain of 3.
Pick up 3, and it's going to get some more after this penalty as it's being marked off now, unsportsmanlike conduct, a 15-yard penalty.
And that's not what Coach Franklin wanted. I mean, and who was that? Mr. Johnson? That must seem to me Mr. Johnson on that penalty.
He was in the area, and he said something that wingman or umpire Rodney Harden didn't like.
So we're talking about unsportsmanlike conduct. So that moves the ball down to the 32. 15-yard penalty, and then
that'll be holding there.
It's going to be a holding penalty as Orme gets the ball, but that is going to be coming back.
Yeah, that's a classic holding as a stopped moving his feet, reached and grabbed and spun the defender around.
So as we have that all said and done, so now holding on the offense, so we've had back-to-back penalties, and Millwood didn't have any on the opening.
Saved their best work for the defensive side of the ball.
So the holding penalty is going to go against the offense. It's going to move the ball back to almost where the last play ended, back to the 42-yard line. Loss of 10, first down and 20 now. So we have 3 receivers, and they're going to give the ball to Orme. Orme is going to get cut down after a short gain on the play. Orme is going to get the ball down to what will be inside the 40. We're going to spot it at the 37-yard line, gain of 5.
Yeah, just good downhill running there by good blocking hat on the front for the Saints interior linemen or offensive linemen.
They hurry to the line of scrimmage. It's 6-0, folks. Falcons going to have to let them set. Empty set now. 5 receivers. Trips on the left. Wilson's got a receiver open in the flat, and the pass is incomplete. It's intended for the big target in the middle, senior Luke Gray.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of deception going on, and here we had a bubble look on this side, to the near side of the field with the receiver throwing his hands up to distract the defense. He's wide open. We had 2 receivers in the route there on a seam route and just didn't connect.
What they try to do is create a mismatch by someone not lining up correctly. So they run to the line, and then they'll shift. So whatever the initial look is, that's more than likely not what they're going to stay in. Single back. 3 receivers, trips in tight against the formation. Wilson looks right. Coming in, could have been a holding penalty again. The pass is deflected. Nicely done that time by Jamarian Franklin.
Jamarian Franklin made a good break on the ball, was able to disrupt that pass, as if he hadn't been there, that could have been disastrous for the Falcons.
4th down and 15. Let's see what Coach Tanner Roof decides to do. Certainly, you try to pin the Falcons back, right? That's certainly what you would do
early on, or are you going to say that they did it once, you're not saying they're capable of doing it again? What kind of statement is that saying?
So we've seen what the Falcons have done, and they're scrambling on the sideline there for the Saints. And
12 seconds. Now, this might be a punting formation, so let's not that. But it's single back, 3 receivers. The Falcons better cover this as if it is a regular. Okay, Wilson drops back. He's going to put it up, throws it to the outside. Pass is going to be complete to Luke Gray, and he's going to get cut down right about the 31-yard line. Turnover on downs. It's Falcon football.
Yep. Falcons did everything they needed to do. They were able to overcome the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that put them in dire straits. Had a holding penalty that came after that, and the defense was able to stiffen and hold them to turnover on downs.
So turnover on downs, back to Falcon football again. So are the Falcons going to be willing to come back and go ahead and still run the ball? So kind of surprising, Coach, Tanner Roof not pinning the Falcons back to see if they can drive it. So now we got a diamond formation again. Undoubtedly, Coach Batson must see something he liked in that, or Coach Black does anyway. Going to hand the ball off to Lamar Davis, and this time Davis breaks out of 1-2 tackles and manages to get more than just back to the line of scrimmage. He gets a gain of 1 on the play. It's a lot of work, but he did do it. 2nd down and 8.
That's tough running there by Lamar, and he understands the magnitude of this game, and he is running with a purpose tonight, and it showed itself there.
So is that out to the 32? Or is it the 31 from your vantage point?
Looks like a 31-yard line.
31-yard line, so it will go down as a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Falcons this time with 3 receivers. Trips to the right, single back. Anthony Keys is in the backfield. CJ steps back in the pocket. Pressure, throws it outside. Thompson going up to make the reception. Did he get it? And they said he's going to make the reception out of bounds. He did not get a foot down. Coach Franklin looking at that spot on the ground saying, hey, you should have put some chalk right there.
A simple wheel route, back out of the backfield, and linebacker in coverage, just a pass that they misconnected on there. I'd like to have that one back.
Incomplete pass intended for Xavier Thompson. Now, interesting enough, we talk about that. Now, we know the primary backs for the Falcons are Anthony Keys and Lamar Davis, but tonight you're getting Jaden Nickens in the backfield. You're getting Xavier Thompson in the backfield. So it's creating different types of looks. So the Saints are getting a little bit of the taste of their own medicine. Low snap. They're going to do a screen pass, and this time it's well read. The Saints absorb Anthony Keys. I said he couldn't get the car to the garage. He couldn't put the keys in the ignition that time. That play was sniffed early.
He didn't know where the keys were on that one, as that play was doomed from the start there. So 3 and out for the Falcons.
So he got the ball to Anthony Keys for a loss of 1 on that one, back to the 30-yard line. So 4th down and 10, and the Falcons are going to punt the ball away. And it looks like, is that Cameron Carter again? Or is that Zaire Fisher? That's Zaire Fisher back there to kick the ball. High snap. Zaire went up high to get it and is lucky, fortunate to get that ball off. And then it takes a Falcon bounce on the other side. The Falcons are going to down the ball right about the 32-yard line. Zaire Fisher showing his hops from the basketball court just to get it, and then got the kickoff quickly, and it took a nice Falcon bounce.
Yeah, Falcons were able to survive that. That could have been disastrous and set the Saints up in great field position. He was able to flip the field a little bit here, and the Saints will have a little more further distance to go here at the ball 32-yard line.
It's odd. It's 1:54 to go in the first quarter. The 6-0 is the score. And can you say the 32-yard line is bad field position, considering when your first one was at midfield? It's 18 yards difference. I mean, trust me, it is. But when it's all said and done, I mean, that's crazy. 32-yard line is still good field position.
Yeah, by any stretch of the imagination, but when you had the first possession, as you said, at the 50-yard line, it's your worst starting field position of the night.
That's crazy. All right, now we're going to see a little quarterback draw. This time, Orme lined up in the backfield, and nobody's going to catch him, or they finally do, after a gain of what will be almost 50 yards, taking the ball all the way over. They're going to mark him down inside the 25-yard line to the 24, and they're going to hurry.
The Saints are looking to go fast here as the Falcons are subbing.
And now going to work. Orme is the quarterback in this possession right now. He's looking confused, but don't fall for it. And it looks like there's going to have to be a timeout called on the field, and it is, as the Saints are going to call and take the first timeout of the night. This timeout is brought to you by OG&E. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
KRMP, K221FQ, Oklahoma City. The all-new Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140, a Ferry Broadcasting station. You're listening to Millwood Football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
At OG&E, we make the power grid more reliable, efficient, and sustainable. Technology makes our systems even smarter, rerouting electricity automatically, freeing up crews for the jobs that matter most. A smarter grid means more reliable electric service. It's our duty to power your every day and every night so you can live your life uninterrupted. Because at OG&E, we energize life.
Let's get back to more Millwood football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Orme with the carry as we are back to live action right now. He's going to get a gain of 2, taking the ball, looks back down to the 22 or the 21-yard line. Down to the 21-yard line on that one. Orme lined up, who had been the starting running back, then lined up as the quarterback, so giving the Falcons a little taste of their own, running the Wild Saints, or when the Saints go marching in, I should say. How about this? So now we have shifting, setting up, 2 receivers, single back. They're going to hand the ball to Orme. Orme trying to find some daylight and is going to get cut down. But initially it looked like that offset I formation where you've got 3 or 4 running backs or receivers lined up on the tackle side. So, again, a lot of odd-looking formations, and they are going to throw them at the Falcons all night long.
Yeah, one was the quarterback. He took a yoga pose, sat on the field, then got up and shifted into the traditional quarterback shotgun formation.
So, again, if you're not paying attention, it's going to be interesting to see. The ball's on the right hash mark. 4 receivers this time. Orme is the quarterback right now.
Wilson's out in the flat.
Going to cause it. And then this time Orme is going to get it, trying to get isolated. He gets around Zaire Fisher, and he's finally going to get brought down inside the 10 at the 6-yard line, setting up 1st and goal for the Saints.
A lot of deception here going on by the Saints as the quarterback lines up in a receiver position and a running back position. They've got multiple looks here.
Well, they're definitely setting up the double pass.
Yes.
I mean, at some point tonight you're going to see it. So is that another timeout, or is that the end of the first quarter?
End of the first quarter.
At the end of the first quarter, it's 6-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
You're listening to Millwood Football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
At OG&E, we make the power grid more reliable, efficient, and sustainable. Technology makes our systems even smarter, rerouting electricity automatically, freeing up crews for the jobs that matter most. A smarter grid means more reliable electric service. It's our duty to power your every day and every night so you can live your life uninterrupted. Because at OG&E, we energize life.
Let's get back to more Millwood football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Welcome back to the good. Start out the second quarter, 6-0. But the Saints, I don't want to use the pun.
I knew where you were headed.
I didn't want to say it.
I know where you're heading with this.
I'm trying not to go there. It's low-hanging fruit, and Millwood really put that song in my head.
I knew exactly where you were headed with that because we heard it in pregame probably 7 or 8 times. And the Saints were marching, and now the Saints are marching.
And you don't say a Saints are threatening, do you?
No, I would never say that.
Exactly. So let's not do that. So 1st and goal is the ball officially at the 6-yard line, and you know this is going to be a bizarre formation because they were actually in a huddle. So now Garrett Wilson is lined up as a receiver, and it's not Orme in the backfield. This time going to run the jet sweep, but this time the Falcons are all over it this time, paying attention, nothing doing there. No gain on the play, so maybe a loss.
Yeah, looking to see who that ball carrier was as they lined in different folks. So that was Orme.
Oh, that was Orme back there?
Yeah, Orme lined up as the quarterback. And I don't know if you call that the Wildcat formation or the Wild Saint formation.
All right. So here we go again. The Saints, let's see what kind of formation they hit us with this time. Even Garrett Wilson's they're changing personnel now.
Don't have to go
5
quick
seconds.
here.
They got to go quick. Falcons adjust. See if they get lined up. Single back. Wilson rolls to the right side. Ooh, tries to get it. Is the pass incomplete?
He caught it, and he got walloped.
He paid for a price as he takes the ball inside the 5-yard line. They're going to have him at the 3.
Falcon hurt on the play.
So the pass is complete down to the 3-yard line. So it will be at this point 3rd and goal.
Miko Levine is down on the sideline.
So Miko Levine is down. So while he is down, I want to make sure that we hope that he's all right and everything is okay with him. Sunbeam Family Services are the first down sponsor for the Millwood Falcons. Build a brighter future together with all children and families. You can find mental health support, become a foster parent, enroll a child in early childhood education and care, and much, much more are located at Edwards Elementary Early Education and Community Hope Center, located at the former Edwards Elementary School. For more information, visit sunbeamfamilyservices.org. Also, our complete sponsors list for tonight's game is Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, Millwood's Enrichment Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting.
And Miko's back up. Looks like he got hit below the belt, and he's up, moving around.
Okay, so he was able to walk off on his own power, that you're telling me. So that's good news right there. So 3rd down and goal for the Saints right now. Ball is snapped. Orme has it. Going to try and run to the outside, and Orme is going to get across the goal line into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
He had a simple power run, was able to outflank the Falcons and squirm into the end zone for a 1-yard gain for the touchdown.
So the Saints put 6 on the board now, and then, of course, we'll go for the extra point to take the lead, and they'll answer on their second possession of the night, scoring a touchdown. So right now, the extra point attempt is up, and
it's good.
And it's good. Okay, the officials are running in. I didn't know if there was something going on that play or not. So the Saints answer and now take the lead. The Falcons not kicking the extra point, more often than not go for 2. Mm-hmm. But the Saints now take the lead, so they got a little bit of that momentum back on their side now.
Yeah, I'm watching as the officials just walked Wyckoff Johnson to the sideline. Remember, he got an unsporting-like conduct penalty on the first possession of the game, so he's got to be extremely careful. Now he lets his emotions show going forward.
So Johnson's on the sideline safely here, but the Falcon O is going to get back on the field, and they need to come back out and stay focused. This, to me, has every lookings to be, or the setup to be, Dwayne, has every look to be a 4-round fight. In other words, round 1, right, the Falcons got it so far. Round 2, coming out of the gate, you have a great job here by the Saints driving down the field and scoring, but it was that big play, that run up the middle that was set up by Orme that got it done.
Yeah, a lot of deception, a lot of things going on here, moving parts, if you will, on the offensive side of the ball. The Falcons just got to get back to Millwood Falcon football and make some adjustments here to be able to capitalize here going forward.
The ball is going to be caught by Lamar Davis, and he's going to be – somebody got a whole lot of jersey, and he's going to be spun down at about the 33-yard line. That's one of those spin arounds that make you say, I want to put a tighter jersey on me, so they can't grab that much of it. So he's going to be brought down at the 33-yard line that time. So nice job by Lamar Davis just to maintain possession of the ball. Caught the ball inside about the 27 that time, and then took it out for a 5-yard gain on the return. Ball officially spotted at the 33-yard line.
It's time for the Falcons to look toward Nick Mickens' way, get him involved in the game in some shape.
3 receivers, single back, make that 4 receivers. Okay. Davis is the quarterback right now. They decide to give the Saints a taste of their own medicine as he's going to take the ball out to the Looks like the 30, looks like a gain of 3, make that a gain of 4 when it's all said and done. Can't quite tell from this vantage point, but it looks like the 37, so that's what we're going to say.
Call it 37-yard line. Works for me.
So Lamar Davis gets that. So second down and about 6, 3 receivers, 2-back formation in the backfield. CJ calling for it. He has it. Going to hand it off, coming around, and Lamar Nitro Davis driving his feet and is going to get a Falcon first down just shy of midfield. A gain of about 10 yards on the play. Nice running by Davis.
If no one else understood the assignment, Mr. Davis has understood the assignment. He understands the magnitude of this game, and he's taking this team on his shoulder here. Every time he touches the ball, he's looking to get positive yards.
So we've seen Lamar Davis line up as quarterback in the middle of the field, but he's actually running the wild Falcon, if you will. So this time we have 2 backs in the backfield, 3 receivers. Xavier Thompson comes in motion, and this time it's a delay handoff to Davis. Davis has got a crack at daylight and exploits it. Takes it down to the OCS 45, make that the 44-yard line, gain of 9 on the play.
Running off tackle off the right side, and was able to make it a manageable second down, and that's where the Falcons want to be, reminiscent of their first initial possession of the game.
Getting back to running the ball, there's nothing bad about it. 9:15 to go. 7-6 is the score. The Saints are on top of this one. And to me, what stands out to me when we're talking about this, is the fact that the Falcons, with a patient game plan of running, might be the formula that they need to take to win this game.
Absolutely. Wear down the defense, then you can look to exploit them over the top.
All right, CJ trying to take the top off right now. Pressure, eludes traffic. He's got a flag has been thrown, and he's going to finally throw it away. That pass is incomplete, but this is in the area of holding. Looks like they're going to catch number 71 with holding this time, Jamar Threet, because he has his hands in the air saying it
wasn't me.
It wasn't me. But it's going to be a holding penalty against the Falcons.
Yeah, shout out to the officiating crew tonight. They're celebrating and recognizing breast cancer awareness, and got pink flags and pink whistles and pink hand wristbands and everything else.
So that's going to move the ball back into Falcon territory, back to the Falcon 44-yard line. So it's setting up second down on what will be about 13 yards to go.
Not manageable anymore.
No, not really. 8:48 to go before the end of the first half. Maurice Prince and Dwayne Doolittle on the call. Okay, the Falcons are now coming set after they got their offense called. So 2-back formation. 3 receivers. Jaden Nickens split wide. OCS is showing blitz. And this time, they're going to try it, and there's a confusion in the backfield, and down goes CJ for a huge loss.
Yeah, that was confusion from day one. CJ opened up to the wrong side, and no running back there, and he just had to eat that.
Yeah, in other words, he didn't know if he was supposed to hand it off on a delay. There was confusion on that, and that moves the ball back to inside the 40, back to the 36-yard line, a loss of nearly 8 yards on that play. So the Falcons, went from manageable, now trying to salvage this drive. 3rd down and 21 now, 4 receivers. Trips to the right side, ball in the middle of the field. CJ getting ready to call for it with 6 seconds on the play clock. He's got it. It's low, but he has it. Stepping up, has a receiver open in the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted. Coming across. Are they going to catch him? He's cutting back. He's inside the 40-yard line before he's probably going to be brought down by Jaden Nickens. And then a little bit of flag play comes in after the game, after the play is over.
Yeah, multiple flags on the field here as the defense turned into offense, and those guys are not necessarily accustomed to being on the offensive side of the ball.
So it's intercepted right about the 36-yard line of OCS, and the ball was returned to the Millwood 41-yard line. So that's kind of crazy.
It's a personal foul against the Falcons.
It's a personal foul, and Coach Franklin is not too happy about it. So it's an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Falcons. So that's going to move the ball deeper into Falcon territory. The ball will be spotted at the 26-yard line now.
at the Millwood 26. So that was a tough one there, because at the end of the play, when it looks like, that you've got multiple things going on and you get isolated like that, it can really seem to hurt the other team. Hurt the Falcons at this point, because it's a change. Somebody's blocking. Somebody might not be in position. So you got to make sure you're lined up or doing it correctly. Ball is snapped. They're going to throw it over Garrett Wilson. It's a double pass. Trying to set it up. Garrett Wilson still looking. Has a receiver wide open. It's Orme. The pass is incomplete. If Wilson had thought about it, they were setting up a double pass, folks. So the ball was thrown over into the flats to Wilson. Wilson then got pressure, comes across the field, and had Orme wide open. And he had just stopped and planted his feet and thrown it. Orme might have scored on that play.
Yeah, he kind of reminded me of Tony Romo on that play. He had happy feet and similar results as Tony Romo. It was an incomplete pass. And, yes, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Okay, I'm about to say it sounded beautiful, and then you said that at the end. And I was like, I can't believe you actually said that.
Well, it's reminiscent of.
I just don't understand what happened in this broadcast. I was enjoying myself until that point. Ball is snapped. Garrett Wilson now is going to hand the ball off to Orme. Orme eludes 1, 2, 3, 4 Falcon defenders before he gets a nice gain of a push of 8 yards on the play. So Orme doing an excellent job, taking the ball inside the Falcon 20-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 18.
Just patient running there by Orme, looking to set his blocking up, eluding would-be tacklers, and just getting all he could out of that. Nice pickup on the play.
All right, when it's all said and done, right now OCS leads the Falcons 7-6. Third down and what will be about 2 yards to go, 6:45 to go before the end of the first half. All right, 3 folks moving. They finally come set. 2 receivers on the opposite side. Orme looking for some daylight, and Orme is helicopter and cut down. Great job by Terrence Taffy getting up there and undercutting him. It's going to drop him for a loss. So is it at the same spot? Yes, it is. No gain on the play.
Yeah,
so 4th down and 2.
Taffy stayed home, read that, wasn't deceived by all the moving parts, kept his eyes in the backfield, was able to come up and make a nice open field tackle and minimize the damage done there by the Saints.
All right, so 2 receivers, twins to the left on the short side of the field. Garrett Wilson calling for it with 11 seconds. They're going to change the play. They still got time. And then finally, timeout called by Tanner Roof as he calls his second timeout of the first half. He's only got 1 left, and that timeout is sponsored by OG&E. OG&E energizes the communities they serve. Find a rewarding career at OG&E.com. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health of St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
You're listening to Millwood Football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Today's sponsors for the game, we'll get to those after we get back to live action. It's 4th down and 2. Critical moment of the first half of this game. Falcons down by 1. 2 receivers. And he calls the inside slot receiver in motion. They're going to cut up a reverse. Orme looking for some daylight. Going to be cut down by Johnson. And did he get it?
He did not get it. He did not get it.
Looks like he made the big play on the night. They're going to cut him down, and turnover on down. It will be Falcon football. Mr. Johnson was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, patient defense, not again, a lot of moving parts, a lot of motion back and forth by the Saints. Falcons stayed home, played assignment football, and Mr. Johnson was there to answer any questions they might have had about getting the first down.
So, 5:46 to go. The Falcons get it, so now the Falcons got to get going again. On their last possession, we had an interception thrown by CJ. He was a little late on that breaking route, on that inside slant, if you will, from the slot receiver. He was trying to get it in the hands last time of Donovan Knight. One back in the backfield. CJ looks going to fire it out in the flat. Xavier Thompson caught between 3 Saint defenders. All he could get is maybe a yard on that one.
Yeah, just a quick route, short route, intermediate route, and those routes will soften up the defense here going forward. So it's not what you get now, it's what you're able to accomplish later with 5 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the second quarter of play. It's time check brought to you by A+ Lawn Service.
So when you start looking at that, gain of 1, so 2nd down and 9. Falcons come set with 5:41 to go, 16 seconds on the play clock. 3 receivers, twins to the right side. Lamar Davis in the hip pocket to the right of CJ. CJ drops back, pressure. He's rolling to the right side. He eludes. He's in the end zone, folks. He's at the 5. He's back at the 10 and then launches it, and the pass is incomplete. He had all the daylight. Could have just kept going. He tried to get the ball in the hands of Anthony Keys. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, just not a very good decision right there by CJ when you had no one in front of you. Get all you can out of that, especially when you're packed and you're on the end of the end zone. Make this 3rd down play a little more manageable for you.
First of all, he was going to make you hold your breath because as he was backpedaling trying to escape from the defense, he ran into the end zone. Had to get out of the end zone, but when he did, there was nothing but green in front of him. It looked like the lawn was A+ Lawn Service out there. It was so much green in front of him. So it's 3 receivers now. Trips to the left. Going to change the play with 3 seconds on the clock. They got to get it, and they're going to have to call a timeout. That's the wise decision there. It's an OG&E timeout. I want to thank all our sponsors for today's game, Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, the Millwood Enrichment Foundation, First Security Bank, A+ Lawn Service, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Sometimes after a hard-fought game, a player needs the services of a sports medicine specialist, and SSM Health Hospital has a great team to get a player back in the game from injury. Thank you, SSM Health, for being one of the title sponsors of tonight's game. When we look at the situation, the Falcons need to try to get them a little bit of daylight because they need to flip the field. The game is only a 1-point game, 7-6. You got 5:30 to go. So you make a call, try to make the best call you can to get the first down and extend this drive, obviously. But if not, just don't make the mistake and give it to them in plus territory.
Absolutely. And that's why that last play was so important, to use your feet to get as many yards as you can, because if you don't make this, you're going to be punting in the shadows of your own end zone. Partner, this has all the makings of a Sonny Liston and Muhammad Ali fight. It's going to go down to the end.
4 receivers, 2 split on either side, single back. Lamar Davis in the backfield next to CJ. CJ calling for it with 18 seconds on the clock. He has it, drops back in the middle of the field, throws it, and that one he was off balance. It was an ugly pass as it was intended for Jaden Nickens. Pass incomplete. It's going to be 4th down.
And Nickens and CJ not on the same page there.
But, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Jaden Nickens had the right idea. And I understand the quarterback is right here, but he threw a 5-yard or 3-yard out. That wasn't going to do a thing on 3rd down and 9.
Yes, Jaden's running a stick route, and CJ's threw an underneath route. And just a little miscommunication there.
All right, looks like Zaire Fisher's set to kick this ball away this time. From inside the 5. 5 seconds. They have it. Zaire has it. Good kick. He gets it away. It's going to take a bounce, and he's going to cut the returner down. Lamar Davis.
Oh, baby.
Getting points on the special teams coverage. He tackles Eli Winter.
Wow.
He brought him down. Oh, what a great kick that was.
Wow. Good punt recovery, special teams play there. As we heard Coach Franklin talk about, the goals, 3 goals, offensive, defensively, and special teams. Special teams rose up there as that the Saints will take over the ball in their own territory at the 45-yard line.
Still great field position. They have not had the ball inside their 32 all day long.
All right.
So they've had great field position, and this one is the second best they've had today. This is really only the 3rd possession of the game. Both teams have sustained long drives. Both teams have had success, but yet it's still a 7-6 game. I'm reminding you, if you're listening on your radio, make sure you download the app PPBC TV and get here and watch this game. Ball is snapped. Going to hand it on a reverse to Orme, and he gets nothing on that one.
A little bit too much slow developing play.
Sleight of hands, fake to one way, spin around, hand it back to the guy crossing the other way. And the Falcons have seen that play before, and they were up to the task on that one.
So 2nd down and 10. Nothing doing right now. 4:57 to go. We've got 3 receivers. Twins to the left. Wilson in shotgun. Falcons are showing blitz. Going to step out. Wilson still has time and decides to come out. And Miko Levine, who's back in the game, runs him out. Nicely done by Miko Levine to get back in the game and put some pressure on Wilson.
Yeah, it's good to see him back into the game after he was shaken up earlier in the game here. Was able to shake off anything that happened there. No residual effect. He's back out there pushing the quarterback and making plays for his team.
3rd down and what will be 8 yards to go. Ball is snapped. Wilson's going to put it up, throws it out to the outside, has a receiver there, and he's going to be caught. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. Nice throw and catch. Catch made that time by Kyler Brown.
Yeah, that's one of the faster developing plays that they've had all night long. Just a simple stick route, get all you can down the field, move the sticks, or near the 1st down mark.
So they're going to say it's short. I can't believe that personally.
Yeah, I've been to Dr. Bellardo, and that was closer to the 1st down to me than that.
I can understand that.
It's 4th down.
It's 4th down and short yardage here. So let's see what Tanner Roof decides to do. I mean, he has all the options on his table. They've been able to get that. So now looks like an onside, and Garrett Wilson is going to quarterback sneak, but then comes out and does a quarterback sweep to the outside. He squats and then pulls it and then goes outside of the tackle. But they will get a 1st down at the Millwood 44-yard line. So gain of 2 on the play. 1st and 10.
Crucial defensive stand here for the Falcons as the Saints will have the ball to start the 2nd half.
Great point. Ball is in the hands now of Orme, it looks like. And he's going to get cut down for a gain of no gain on the play for him on that one. So 2nd down and 10. And they do better. It looks like the Saints do better when they hand the ball on downhill. When they do all the fancy stuff in the backfield, the athleticism of the Falcon defense has just blown up plays. 3 receivers now, twins to the right. Luke Gray, the tight end, is lined up as a slot. He draws the attention of Zaire Fisher. Going to flank it out. And they're saying the pass is incomplete, intended for Orme in the flat. That's going to stop the clock with officially 3:16 to go. So 3rd down and long for the Saints. The Falcon defense has responded well, when it has been a situation. I guess they've been have done well in situational football so far in this game.
Yeah, they've managed the damage or limited any yardage aside from the 50-yard run that they had earlier. They've been able to keep this team pretty much corralled, and we'll see what happens here on this 3rd and 10 play.
3 receiver, twins to the right. Wilson's looking left. He has a receiver there. He's going to fire it over the middle of the field, intended for Orme. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know who that one was intended to, but that was way overthrown.
4th down and 10. And Garrett Wilson staying on the field, so Tanner Roof is more than willing to gamble on this play and dare the Falcons to drive down the field and score. And the thing about it is the Falcons have all their timeouts and have 3:12 on the clock. They have a lifetime to run a drive. So 3 receivers again. Tell them to watch Orme, who's in the slot on the left side of the formation. If you're watching on PPBC TV, you can see that Garrett Wilson is standing on the left hash.
This may be a quarterback quick kick.
Ball is snapped.
Yep.
And he's going to kick the ball. So the punt is going to bounce inside near the 15-yard line, and that's where it's going to be spotted. And they had to cover it, though.
Yeah.
And nicely done and nicely executed, but it was a QB kick.
Yeah, ball rolls dead around the 11-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons, 3 minutes and 1 second.
Is that the 11?
The 11.
Oh, it's not the 16.
Yo 11. I know that number well from my time in Vegas.
There sounds like there's a story there. We'll have to get to that sooner or later. Let me write that down. Number 11.
That's the yo call, yo 11.
All right, going to work right now. The Falcon offense is in diamond formation again.
Falcons need to get something going on this possession.
Plenty of time on the play clock because they have not wound it yet. They just started it now. And they're going to hand the ball to Cameron Carter. Cameron bounces off like a bumper car out to the 15-yard line, gain of 5 or gain of 4. But nice to see Cameron Carter getting another chance to carry the rock again. They're going to say a gain of 5 as he took it to the 16-yard line. So 2nd down and 5. It's under 3 to go now. The clock's officially at 2:39. This is an A+ lawn service time check. If you want your lawn to be green, let them take care of you. And it's going to be a Sunbeam Family Services first down as Cameron Carter getting the car going here. Back-to-back big runs there, dude.
Yeah, he stumbled, fumbled, eluded a would-be tackler, couldn't get his feet back. If he had gotten his feet together there, he would still be running, and the band might have been playing.
Nice job. Chris Berman would have been proud of you on that one, dude. Diamond formation. They're going to snap the ball and this time hand it into Anthony Keys, who cuts inside the guard cap.
And still on his feet.
And still on his feet, taking the ball across the 45 out to the 40, out across the 35-yard line to the 38. Make that the 37-yard line. Nice run by Keys there.
Pick up about 6 on the play. Beep. Who's got the keys to the Jeep?
So a gain of 6 on the play. Back to work. CJ's going to fake it and give the ball back to Cameron Carter. And Cameron Carter will get another Sunbeam Family Services first down as he takes the ball beyond. Are they going to say it's a first down for the Falcons at the 42?
1st and 10. Purposeful running here by the Falcons now on back-to-back plays.
So as it stands now, 1st and 10 going to work. Keys bounces off 1-2 defenders and manages to get the ball out to the 43. Make that the 44-yard line. Gain of 2 for Keys on that one.
Yeah, run-heavy offense this possession as 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining before halftime, and the Falcons have elected to go run.
So the clock cutting down is at 1 minute 17 seconds to go. They eventually have to take a shot. Diamond formation, 2 receivers split, 15 seconds on the play clock. CJ's going to put it up. He's rolling to the right side. He's going to fire it out. Nickens comes up and makes the grab, and Nickens will be brought down at the 50-yard line, and they're going to say he got stripped of the ball.
Can't be. Forward momentum had stopped long before that. There is no way we're calling that a fumble.
So the officials are discussing. It has not been marked yet. And the officials, he caught the ball at the 50 and was blasted. But it's going to be interesting to see. I have not heard yet, but the offense is coming off the field.
All I've got on that is wow.
Okay, so they're going to say Jaden Nickens fumbled the ball. He caught the pass from C.J. Turnbull at the 50-yard line, folks. And then they're going to say he got hit. And then after that, they're going to say that he fumbled the ball.
Driven backwards, forward progress had stopped, clearly stopped, and the ball came out.
And so now it's a turnover for the Falcons, their second one, and it's going to be back at the Falcon 45-yard line. That was strange to me.
Yeah, circle that one.
Because from our vantage point, he had caught the ball and then got hit.
And
so after that, after forward progress has been stopped, you're thinking the whistle's going to blow. But now Orme running downhill, and a flag comes in at the conclusion of the play. So this should be against OCS for holding. But all this energy and everything we're talking about, if you're listening on your radio, took place in front of the Saints bench. So
yeah, that's where I am too, partner.
So, I mean, to me, I'm trying to figure out. So it is going to be holding against the Saints. So that will move the ball back to the 48-yard line, make that the 47-yard line. The OCS 47-yard line.
Yeah, defense now has settled in with these 52 seconds remaining here.
So it will be first down and 18 now, under a minute to play, and they started the clock. 7-6 is the score. Now Tanner Roof may elect, we'll see here, because he's still got a lot of time on his hand. So 5 receivers, empty set. Falcons are adjusting and trying to throw the ball around. Wilson's going to throw it, has a receiver deep, and that pass is going to be incomplete. But there is a flag back in the backfield here with 29 seconds on the clock. It's in the area of holding again. So the officials tonight, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, it's going to be holding or throwing out pink flags instead of yellow ones tonight. So holding is the call against the Saints here. That's going to move the ball back inside the 40, and it looks like it's going to be spotted at the 37. Or is that the 38, dude?
37-yard line.
So the 37-yard line. So now we're looking at as first down and 28.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, those pink flags carry the same penalties as the yellow ones.
It just means more. Yeah. So Orme is going to get rocked in the middle of the field, and that was a big hit. The Falcon defenders getting up slow that time.
Jamarian Franklin laid the wood.
And a timeout has been called. An OG&E timeout has been called by the Saints after the running play took the ball out to the 46-yard line. We're going to stay right here because halftime's coming up. And in this situation, what would you like to see? What do you expect to happen from the Saints right now?
So they're going to look to take big chunks here, not necessarily a Hail Mary, but they're going to look to push the ball down the field, maybe have set up for a field goal. They need several yards, about 35, maybe 40 yards.
And only got 14 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, so the quick out routes, I believe that's their last time out. Yeah, that's the OCS's last time out. So everything now is going to be routes to the sidelines, to the boundaries to get the clock stopped. Here, remember in high school football, on a first down, the clock stops momentarily while we reset the sticks.
All right, so third down, and they have no timeouts left. So they're going to have to take a shot to set this up because third down here, you could do some things, but it's not pretty much an advisable thing. Yeah. Because if you catch anything in the middle of the field other than a first down, the clock's going to run out on you.
Yeah, look for the hook and ladder here too because this team has demonstrated propensity to throw out all the tricks, and so that is still on the books. Maybe a possibility here.
So it is a 7-6 game right now. And, of course, they haven't wound the clock yet. So, this is an extended timeout.
OCS is still in their huddle, still talking, getting last-minute instructions. And the officiating crew is out as well as the Millwood defense. So I would look for the defense to retreat, keep everything in front of you, knock the ball down if you get a chance, get the opportunity to.
I guess we're going to get a three-man front. So depending on where Orme is trying to get it, so the Falcons got 3 down linemen.
And then they run the ball.
And they're going to run the ball right up the middle of the field, and that should be the final play as he takes the ball out to the Millwood 47-yard line, and that will be the final play of the first half. So Falcons down by 1, 7-6. The Millwood Enrichment Foundation halftime report is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Let's take a break and then get back to more Millwood Falcons football, only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
At OG&E, we make reliable, efficient, and sustainable. Technology makes our systems even smarter, rerouting electricity automatically, freeing up crews for the jobs that matter most. A smarter grid means more reliable electric service. It's our duty to power your every day and every night so you can live your life uninterrupted. Because at OG&E, we energize life.
You're listening to Millwood Football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
We are officially here at halftime right now. It's the Millwood Enrichment Foundation halftime report. Millwood is raising $25,000 to help take care of their teachers and scholarships for its Millwood students. Help make a positive difference in investing in our jewel institution, Millwood Public Schools. You can make a contribution at Cash App at $ Millwood Enrich OKC. That's $ Millwood Enrich OKC. It's Maurice Prince and Dwayne Doolittle. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll come back and then break down the first half of this game, look over our keys to the game. And it's something interesting that Darwin Franklin said to me during last night's game. I found it profound. You're going to get a chance to hear that. That's all coming up in just a minute. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
Let's take a break and then get back to more Millwood Falcons football, only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we have represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Visit CordellCordell.com to take the first step.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Oklahoma City area attorneys. 6303 Waterford Boulevard, Suite 120, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 73118.
So hey there, that's me, Butter, playing my song Calling Dick Tracy. I'm also a trial lawyer, and I've represented injured people here in Oklahoma for about 32 years. I've tried over 100 jury cases, premises liability, car wrecks, truck wrecks, wrongful death. If you've been injured, you need a lawyer that knows their way around the courtroom. So call me at our law firm, 405-378-3033, and ask for Butter. Now, hey, let's sit back and listen, because music is life.
Oklahoma City Loves Travel Stops and Country Stores and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company are proud partners in recognizing some outstanding high school students who are setting the standards in and out of their classrooms with our Student of the Month program. Each month, a chosen high school student will be selected Student of the Month. The winner will automatically qualify to be selected Student of the Year. For winning Student of the Year, the recipient will win a $10,000 scholarship paid directly to the college of their choice. Please take time to nominate a student who exemplifies outstanding characteristics in the classroom and as a citizen in our community. Just go online at blackchronicle.com. That's blackchronicle.com to nominate a student for the Loves Travel Stops and Country Stores Student of the Month. Rules and regulations apply.
Narissa Berry Agency. She's got everything you need for you and me.
Hi, I'm Narissa Berry. Give me a call for all of your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, and business. 405-512-6171.
Sunbeam Family Services is hosting virtual open interviews October 27th. Sunbeam offers a $4,000 recruitment incentive for full-time childcare teachers and home visitors, and invites applicants with an associate's or bachelor's to apply. Early education teachers make $18 to $24 an hour. Sunbeam is a leader in early childhood, has excellent benefits, and is a best place to work. For more information and to apply, visit sunbeamfamilyservices.org.
Are you in the need of someone to make your lawn look good? Have you ever seen a lawn with blue or green paint on it and wondered what that was? Weed chemical killer that will make your lawn look green, full, and healthy. Oh, and will kill the weeds too. Do you want your home lawn or company lawn to look green, full, and healthy? Then call the professionals at A+ Lawn Service. Right now, they are offering a weed killer special of $49 for a standard home lot, front and back, or $225 per acre if you have a large area you would like serviced. Owner Milo Wilson and his company have been servicing OKC for over 10 years, and they offer lawn services, landscaping, and more. Call 405-767-3382. That's 767-3382 for A+ Lawns and Services.
First Security Bank and Trust Company proudly serves our community and believes we have the responsibility to help it prosper. Bank with people you know and trust, right here in our community. First Security Bank and Trust offers customized personal, small business, and commercial financial products and services to meet your specific needs. To discuss your personal or business needs, visit us today at 1541 Northeast 23rd Street or give us a call at 405-424-4341 or visit our website at www.fsbokc.com. First Security Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
We've got an important message for you. President Biden is considering a ban on menthol cigarettes, a move that could have unintended consequences. Instead of rushing into this decision, let's call President Biden at 202-456-1414 and ask him to stop this proposed ban on menthol. Ask him to invest in tobacco cessation programs in our communities to help people who want to quit smoking. It's a step towards healthier lives for all. So pick up your phone and call President Biden at 202-456-1414. This message is paid for by the Alliance for Fair and Equitable Policy, who believe in justice, equality, and a better tomorrow. We've got an important message to share with you. President Biden is considering a ban on menthol cigarettes, a move that could have unintended consequences. Instead of rushing into this decision, let's call President Biden at 202-456-1414 and ask him to stop this proposed ban on menthol. Ask him to invest in tobacco cessation programs in our communities to help people who want to quit smoking. It's a step toward healthier lives for all. So pick up your phone and call President Biden at 202-456-1414. This message is paid for by Alliance for Fair and Equitable Policy who believe in equity, justice, and a better tomorrow.
Let's get back to more Millwood football on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Welcome to the Millwood Enrichment Foundation Halftime Report. Raising $25,000 to help take care of teachers and scholarships for Millwood students and help make a positive difference in investing in our jewel institution, Millwood Public Schools. You can make a contribution by going to your Cash App, $ Millwood Enrich OKC. I won't say hashtag, but $ Millwood Enrich OKC. So, Gary, what did we see in the first half of this game? Because this one, you know, Millwood hasn't had those track meet games this year. They've had games where you've had to apply strategy, execute at the right time, and to me, that stop on 4th down in the second quarter that Millwood had really allowed them to withstand what looked to be a go-ahead score. Now, again, 7-6, OCS is up, but they would have been up by at least, you know, a touchdown by that point. And that's really been, to me, the biggest standpoint of it. What would you say in terms of looking at this game?
Well, you called me Gary again.
I did, man. Dude, I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. I've been called worse things. You know, aside from the turnovers, and penalties, the Falcons are right where they want to be. 2 turnovers, 1 questionable turnover, clearly an interception in the first quarter or second quarter, but the turnover there on the completed pass by Nickens, whose forward progress had been stopped, that's the difference in the game. This game we knew was going to come down to who executes the best, minimizes mistakes. Part of the keys to the game that we talked about, and right now the Saints are being patient, sometimes too patient for you and I, but that's the strategy that they're deploying, a patient offense, haven't had many passes, and when you look at it, the total number of plays, the Saints have run 28 plays and the Falcons have run 31 plays. And so we've got the edge on the number of plays run. However, on the scoreboard, it's not the same.
No.
And Millwood has a history of going for the 2 points, and sometimes that comes to bite you, especially in these knuckle-biting games like this one is going to turn out to be.
Yeah, and to me in this particular game, it's coming down to possessions and who has the turnovers. Millwood has turned the ball over twice. That has led to opportunities for the Saints, but at the end of the day, it's really been the Millwood defense has been steady and strong throughout, and I'm happy to say at this point, if you're a Falcon fan, that you have to be pleased that they've been able to hold ground. And for the exception of the 50-yard run that was given up by Orme in the first quarter of the game, they've been able to bottle up the big plays the Saints have been able to exploit on so many other teams this year.
Yeah, and you look at where the Saints have started their drives. The field positioning for them, their worst starting position is the 32-yard line.
That's right.
I mean, let's look at that. But we look at what they've done with the ball. They've turned the ball over on downs their first possession. They had a touchdown in their second possession. They turned the ball over and down in their third possession. They punted on their fourth possession. And in their fifth possession, it was halftime. For the Falcons, they had a touchdown right out of the bat. Man, strong energy, strong presence, touchdown. Then they punt, interception, punt, fumble. And so that's the difference in the game in being able to sustain momentum and drives to give yourself a chance, positioning yourself for a chance. This is a great ball team that's coming in from Edmond. The Saints are a great ball team, well-disciplined team. You can tell by the way they do the things on the field. It's like there's no sense of urgency. The house for them is not on fire. The tub is not running over with water. They just get back to the basics, and they're executing that at a pretty good clip, albeit the defense for the Falcons is playing a great game here. Now we just got to translate that or transfer that over to the offensive side, put some more points on the board, try to separate yourself from this team in the second half.
Well, Doolittle, when we start looking at that, let's kind of go over, if we can here. We got about 6 minutes to go before the end of halftime here. Looking at your keys to the game, your keys to the game were you're saying composed, selflessness, game plan, and penalties. So let's grade those. Did you feel the Falcons were composed? Letter grade.
C+.
On composed, because a couple of heady penalties right out the gate. Selflessness.
They appear to be playing for themselves, although they could do a bit better. They're not playing for themselves, but playing for their fellow teammates. We see some of these guys that are giving all they've got in the form of Cameron Carter, Levine. These guys are sacrificing their body. Mr. Johnson, Jacob Johnson, he's got to show up. He hasn't had very many pressures on the quarterback. So selflessness, I'm going to give them a B on that.
Okay, so we're at a C. Did you say C plus or did you say C plus? Game plan.
The game plan is solid, and they're sticking to that. I'm going to give the team a B. We didn't plan for the turnovers, so I'm going to have to give them a B on that.
Okay, finally the penalties.
They got a D on that. There's a D on that. Penalties have taken them out of sustaining the drive. Here we saw on their last drive before the fumble, the phantom fumble. That penalty backed them up into a position where they're not able to get into a rhythm to the manageable second down, third down plays, and now they're stretching the field where they've got to force something down the field. And so those penalties have come at times where inopportune times, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, the defensive penalties, they've been able to cover up for that. Only giving up one touchdown after the penalties, the unsportsmanlike conduct, the personal foul that took the ball to the 26-yard line for a starting possession, and they were able to get that ball turned over on downs. And so after that, the possession, the turnover, and then the subsequent receiving the ball at the 26-yard line, the defense is doing their job. And now it's got to turn over to the offense. Remember, in the pregame, we talked about CJ. He's got to be a senior tonight. And he's had some sophomorish ways tonight. And so he's got to shake that off, have a short memory, come back, get back to the game plan, and execute.
All right, in total yards tonight, in the first half, we had 119 yards of total offense being supplied by the Saints. They have 102 yards on the ground, and they have 17 passing yards overall, a success of the night. The Millwood Falcons on the other side of the ball have rushed the ball for 75 yards, and, of course, they also have 46 yards passing there. So, you know, when you start doing the math on that, you're looking at about 100 and, was it, if my math is correct, 131 yards?
Looks like that to me, yes.
131 yards of total offense. So Millwood is actually putting more offense up in this game, to be honest with you, in the first half of this game. But when we start looking at everything else, as you said, the equalizers have been the turnovers, the penalties. That's given the edge back to, the Saints. And I want to point this out. Their best weapon that they've had tonight has been Brandon Orme. Mm-hmm. Orme has been the best weapon that they have. When he was back there as quarterback, that's when we saw the Tanner Roof offense fully utilize their capability. The Falcon defense has been stout enough to keep Garrett Wilson off balance, and they have not been able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get a little more pressure. And you've called me the ref on the mic, the ref on the radio. And so upon further review, I want to add the numbers up. Millwood has 121 yards of total offense.
Okay, 121.
121. After further review, I just want to throw that in there.
That's fine. But I appreciate that. Yeah. Carry the two and all that.
Yeah.
But my main thing here is 121 to 119, so Millwood's been 3 yards better. Yeah. 2 yards better at this point.
And you look at the scoreboard, and you look at the play on the field, if not for the failed extra point, we're tied up. And the game is reflective of this type of score. As I said, I alluded to earlier, this is a Sonny Liston and Muhammad Ali bout way back in the day. This is a heavyweight clash, and it's going to go down to a missed tackle or a well-executed play for someone to come out here the victor. This is not going to be a runaway game by any stretch of the imagination.
Now, that being said as well, I was going to throw this out there, that Lamar Davis in the passing game has been a little bit more effective. In the running game, I would say Cameron Carter has been more effective at this point because his style is unforgiving. It's relentless. It's the power. It's that Derrick Henry style of running. The Ezekiel Elliott in the Cowboy jersey running the ball with that power game, That's what I think they're going to have to go back to. And when the Falcons were patient on offense, we saw that go. When they've had to try and spread it wide, OCS has been disciplined and not allowing too much. So Lamar Davis is the leading receiver for the Falcons, 18 yards. And, of course, Jaden Nickens with 2 catches for 16. He's going to get tagged for a fumble, but you said upon further review, to me that's a problem. To me, now it didn't hurt the Falcons, but it did hurt the Falcons.
It stopped a drive, an opportunity to score. The defense was up for the task. It took away some momentum for the Falcons when they had an opportunity to go put another 6 points on the board here to maybe take the lead at halftime, and we get the costly turnover there.
All right, so this will be the final break of halftime, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation halftime report. Maurice Prince and the ref on the mic, Dwayne Doolittle. We'll be back in a couple of minutes and get you ready for the second half and talk about some more Narissa Berry Insurance keys to the game or some adjustments that need to be made coming up on the other side. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health of St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Let's take a break and then get back to more Millwood Falcons football, only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infection infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
And we are back. Moments away from the second half. So what is your expectation?
If you need up to $3,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com is the name you can trust. It's free to use, available 24/7, and you are never required to accept any loan offer. Some lenders offer same-day funding. If you need up to $3,000, type WeFixMoney.com directly into your browser. WeFixMoney.com has been helping customers for 14 years and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. So, if you need cash for credit card bills, car repairs, child care, or anything else, go to WeFixMoney.com. Make sure you type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. Go to the company you trust, WeFixMoney.com. Just fill in the information and get an answer in minutes at WeFixMoney.com. For up to $3,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com.
And we are literally
more play-by-play Millwood Falcons football, only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
We're literally moments away for the second half starting here. Expectations for the Falcons, I think first thing, Doolittle, is you got to get off the field. That's the first thing you got to do. 3 and out, retake momentum in this game. I think you're going to get the best punch that the Saints have coming out, because if they can extend the lead, they put all the pressure on Millwood at this point.
Yeah, key adjustments for me. Notice what I did there, key adjustments. You got to get Jaden Nichols involved in this game some kind of way, via jet sweeps, passes, mid-range passes. He's got to be the focal point for the defense, and that's going to open up things for someone else. Eliminate the penalties. We talked about it in pregame. You've got to eliminate the penalties. Penalties are huge. And then eliminate turnovers. Take care of the football. It is the most prized possession on there. And then just execute on offense. Execution.
Yeah, I think all those are key and vital. And to me, I want to see the intensity. One of my, keys to the game that I wanted was to see that same energy in the second half of the game, and to me, that's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, the Millwood swag that we are accustomed to has not been present tonight, and so they've got to get back that swag factor, back to playing Millwood football, representing the M, and lay it all on the line here. This is for the district championship, and they got to play with some sense of urgency.
Right, and it's going to take, and one thing that, Darwin Franklin had said is that they've got to play with energy for the entire game. You don't know what's necessary. This game may very well go into overtime. It may very well become a situation like that, and do you have what you need in your tool bag to get that done? So to me, that's going to be something that we're definitely going to have to do, in this process. So the Falcons getting ready to kick this ball away. And to me, kickoff coverage, keep all the momentum. You got to keep everything, keep all the change in your pocket.
Keep everybody in front of you. Play disciplined assignment football. Stay in your lanes. Force them to the middle or to the sideline where help is coming.
All right, so the Falcons are going to now kick the ball coming from the south end zone. And here we go. And it looks like Zaire Fisher is going to kick this ball away.
Remember, Fisher's first kick was a pseudo-squibble kick that went out of bounds near the 50-yard line.
That's an interesting description term that you have there. You're going to have to explain that to me a little bit here in a little bit.
It really wasn't a pooch. It really wasn't an onside. It was just a mishit, I believe.
All right, kick is away, and this one is a squib. Ball rolling around on the ground, picked up at the 27-yard line, and great coverage. Bringing the hit. How about Zaire? I'm going to kick it. I'm going to tackle it too.
Yeah, the kicker minimized the damage as he hustled down, and a great open field tackle. Took the legs out, right out from underneath the returner, and minimized the damage as they'll start at about the 32-yard line. Their worst starting position of the whole night.
It's crazy you saying that. 32-yard line is your worst field position. That just, it's crazy. So here we come. Coming out, 3 receivers, make that 2 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield, and one of the running backs is a receiver. They're going to give the ball. Garrett Wilson with the quarterback sweep tries to get to the outside. He eludes 1, 2 Falcon defenders, and Garrett is still off to the races, and he's still in bounds. Are they going to say he's going to take it all the way in?
He stepped out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
They're going to say he stepped out of bounds to the 25-yard line. I didn't think he was going to get the edge. He got the edge and took off running. What a play by Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, just a headsy play by the quarterback. He just got all he could, saw no one was there to tackle him, and he just kept on running. That's real simple football. Run until they run you out of bounds or tackle you.
It is. That is a rush of 43 yards on that play. Going to work right now.
This will be a run play. The quarterback's tired.
All right, so they're going to give the ball right to Orme, and Orme is going to take it down to the 24 to the 23-yard line, gain of 2.
Yeah, the quarterback was tired on that play.
Or gain of 1 when it's all said and done. That line judge and the official not on the same page on where the ball needs to be. Anyway, 2nd down and 9. And Garrett Wilson, the quarterback, is lined up as a receiver. He's on the outside. 3 receivers, twins to the right. Inside slot receiver comes in motion. And Orme looking for daylight, and he finds none as he's going to be taken down. Great open field tackle at that time.
Jonathan Parker.
Jonathan Parker getting in on the party.
Yeah, Jonathan Parker just stayed home, broke through, and lost some yards on the play, lost 3 yards on the play. A great tackle there is with double sticks, as the officiating crew is indicating. And way to minimize the damage, way to bend. And right now we'll see if they're going to break.
Yeah, exactly. And I just got to give credit to that one. That was a man's tackle by Jonathan Parker. Nice job there. 3rd down and what will be 12 yards to go. 3 receivers. Ball is snapped. Wilson is going to fling it out to the outside, and he puts too much air under it, and he taps his head because he knows it. Because if Orme catches it, not only does – you always use the expression reservation for 6. Yeah. He had a reservation for 6, and he could have invited some of his friends.
The only thing that was going to stop him was that fence back there, because he was wide open and a lot of territory in front of him.
So what has been true is Tanner Roof, the head coach of the team for the Saints, has been willing to go for it on 4th down. Mm-hmm. So I didn't see what their 4th down conversion rate was. Going to look at that because I know they went for it a couple of times there. But here we go. 3 receivers, twins to the right. Inside slot receiver comes in motion. And Wilson's going to put it up. Pressure. He's getting pressure. He moves to the right. Has a receiver open the middle across the field. And it's going to be thrown. And it's going to be caught in the end zone for a touchdown. Who got it?
Number 17.
So the Saints get the touchdown. And it looks like number 32.
Yeah.
Number 32 coming up with the catch on that one.
Mason Lopez, the senior.
Mason Lopez, the senior, catches the touchdown in the end zone. He had all kinds of time. He was drifting back there. He was thinking about filing his taxes. He had so much time back there.
Wow, that's a long time.
He had time.
That's a 4th down and 10 play.
A 4th down 10 conversion that ends up in a touchdown. And the extra point attempt is good. And the Saints have really put pressure now on the Falcons. So Lady Adversity is here as the Falcons are down 14-6. We'll be right back. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health of St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury
Let's
Clinic
take a break
at
and then get back to more
Northwestern.
Millwood Falcons football, only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Hey, this right here is a fat butt. Everybody been hearing about it on the radio. You can come to my Millwood City location, 6003 Southeast 15, or you can go to my admin, 285 South Santa Fe. Come get you one of these taters.
And A little bit of the air got taken out of the Falcons on that one as they find themselves down officially 8 points. Ball is going to be caught, and running hard is Lamar Davis as he caught the ball at about the 21-yard line and returns it beyond the 40, a gain of almost 18 or 19 yards on that return. So I like what Davis did when he got the ball that time, Stu.
He just ran. Took the ball up the field, got what he could get out of that, sets the team up in pretty good field position here at the 40-yard line. And so we'll see as both halves, the first team with the ball has scored a touchdown.
I don't want to take light of that last drive. You had the team 4th and 10 and gave up a touchdown.
Yeah, Garrett, he just kept the play open with his feet, kept moving, kept looking downfield, was able to find an open man there.
Pistol formation, and now Lamar Davis is going to be brought down with no gain on the play, 2nd down. It just, that is one of those demoralizing plays. You know, when you 4th down, you're saying, okay, we're going to get him. And then you give up the touchdown.
Touchdown on the backside, yeah. Yeah, that takes all the wind out of your sails.
And this has every bit of being, you know, if you get to 20 points, you might have a lot of points in this game.
Yeah, it takes the starch out of your potatoes.
Diamond formation. Carter comes across, setting up a wedge on the right side. Ball is going to be snapped. They're going to sling it out to Mickens, and Mickens has it at the 50-yard line, and it's going to be brought down in Saints territory at the 46-yard line. It is a Sunbeam Family Services first down. As you asked for it, you said, hey, get me a pass to Jaden Nickens, and you got it.
Key adjustments to the game. Good things happen when he has the ball in his hand.
And so now, 1st down and 10. Falcons, diamond formation. 2 receivers. Ball is snapped, and now Cameron Carter has it. The ball's knocked loose. The Saints are going to get it. Cameron Carter lost the ball. Cameron Carter, who is usually Mr. Reliable, it came, and he's angry about it because he knows it. But they got into his body, hit him, and he fumbled that ball.
Yeah, coughed up the cookies there. He had positive yards in the makings, and you got to take the pumpkin with you. And this time he didn't put it on the ground. The Saints were there to gobble it up.
So everything was looking good. It was looking good, but it will now be Saints football, ball at their own 49-yard line, 51 yards away from pay dirt. 9:18 to go. Falcons need a stop in the worst way. Now everybody's got to be honed in. Now, Orme is the quarterback. Garrett Wilson is the quarterback, is out wide, spread wide. So the ball, going to throw it, and then going to get the ball is Miko Levine and Orme. And again, they were missing a body, and that's not going to make Coach Franklin happy either. They had 10 players on that last snap of the ball, did the Falcons. So it's going to put the ball now at the Falcon 46-yard line.
Yeah, discipline comes in again.
Okay, Orme is going to get the ball, carry it. Short of the first down on this one. So as it stands now, the ball will be spotted at the 43.
Again, the Saints are being very patient, very deliberate on offense, playing with the lead, looking to milk the clock.
3rd down and 2. And when you start talking about that, that's a great point there, dude, because they're in control. So now you're going to put the Falcons in unfamiliar territory, having to score points to stay in the game and to take the lead back. And again, Wilson just misses on Orme, and Orme turns around and says, hey, man, get it in my hand.
Yeah,
get it in my hand. I mean, because there is nobody there. And right now the secondary seems to be confused because nobody's covering Orme out of the backfield.
That's wheel route. Linebackers got to be out there in coverage. No doubt about it there.
Well, it's about knowing what the responsibility is on the play. But you're right. Traditionally, that's the linebacker. But if the corner's supposed to be covering back here, then someone's got to do it. But again, what they're doing is they're putting multiple players out here. And if you're not paying attention to what your role is, you will get caught. So here we go. The inside Outside receiver comes back. Jet sweep fake.
There it is again.
Wilson's going to throw it. Wilson's going to finally be brought down. And this time, getting to him and bringing him down is going to end up being turnover on downs. And that was a big-time hit on that play by Demarius Adams, who brought him down.
Yeah, the Falcons have had enough of this fourth down conversion stuff as the Saints now go 2 of 5 on fourth down opportunities.
So
the damage was minimized. The Falcons maintained, the defense held, and so back where they fumbled the ball, it's 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
All right, diamond formation again. They're going to hand the ball off to Keys. Keys dances, gets a gain of 3 as he takes the ball across midfield. Going to be brought down at the 49-yard line.
So the game plan is still intact for the Falcons. You're down 1 score.
Still 1 score. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah, no need to get in a rush. The house is not on fire. And just get back to the game plan, running the ball on 1st and 2nd down.
14-6. The Saints on top of the Falcons right now. 19 seconds on that. District championship is the energy in this game. It was Diamond, but we shift out of that. Cameron Carter becomes the lead blocker on the outside. Going to throw it, trying to get the ball deep to Xavier Thompson, and does he make the catch? He drops it at the 10. Thompson's going to be slow getting up, but he sold out to catch that ball. He had a chance.
Yeah, just a missed opportunity there for the Falcons, who were in the right position and had the right idea, had single coverage on the outside, and the ball maybe just a tad bit underthrown, but catchable nonetheless.
Yeah, Xavier Thompson hit the Jets. CJ put it on the money. Now Xavier had to get up in the air to get it. And we have an injured Saints player. Looks like it's a leg cramp who's down on the field right now. Want to make sure we thank all our sponsors for tonight's broadcast at Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A-Plus Lawn Services, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance Agency, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting Company. Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores is a founding partner of Millwood Broadcast and continues to make our communities a great one to live in. Thank you, Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. Maurice Prince and Dwayne Doolittle on the call. Falcons have not had to pay the price for all the turnovers that they have been given. They've been giving out gifts. The problem is the Saints, at this point, have not been willing to take the gifts to the house.
Yeah, the defense is keeping the Falcons in this game. And, 4 turnovers for the Falcons. And, 3 turnovers. 2 fumbles and 1 interception. The defense has risen to the occasion on multiple times for the Falcons, keeping them in this game. And now the game is still in reach here.
The injured player was Nick Brooks for the Saints. So the Saints now, Falcons still on offense. Cameron Carter lining up as the right wedge. Ball is snapped. They're going to pitch the ball to the outside to Davis. Davis cuts inside, and he cut a little bit too soon, in my opinion. He's going to get a gain of 2, and that's going to set up a 4th down and about 5 yards to go. The ball is at the 47-yard line.
Falcons are 0-2 on 4th down conversions in this game.
So 4th down and 5.
Let's go hard count first.
17 seconds. So diamond formation right now. 4 down linemen, but the Saints look like they're bringing it. And the officials did not throw the flag. I guess he did not. Did he not get into the neutral zone on that jump?
I'm looking right down the line. It looked like he did to me.
And it looks like the Falcons are going to take the delay of game penalty. So penalty, and it is delay of game. And, or do they call a timeout? Because there was a flag down here inside. And
so did the Falcons take a timeout?
Because if they did, they didn't indicate it. So it's supposed to be, again, the back judge is coming up. And it is delay a game. That's what So delay a game. So moving the ball back inside the 50 to the 47-yard line for the.
Yeah, things are getting just a little tattered here for the Falcons, out of sorts.
So 4th down and 11, but they're going to punt the ball away. So Zaire Fisher's back here to kick it. And we have the returner standing at the 15-yard line. Zaire Fisher has it. And the kick is going to be blocked. And it's going to be picked up by number 6 by the Saints. Is going to take it to the house for the score. Touchdown is going to be made by Atticus Sage.
Yeah, that was just bad. All bad.
So it's going to end up being a blocked punt. And it was going to be blocked, I want to say, inside. I want to say at about the 30-yard line. The Millwood 30-yard line, it was going to be blocked. Zaire, and then it's going to end up going into the end zone. And you're talking about a blocked kick for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a
20-6.
Huge momentum shift here.
The kick is up, and the kick is no good. So the extra point attempt is no good. So the Falcons are able to elude complete disaster, but the score is still 20-6. And it just seems like there are certain plays that you have said that things weren't there. You had talked about, one of your keys to the game. I'm going back to that because that's absolutely what this is. You said composure. And the composure score of the second half has not been pretty.
No, we're failing miserably at keeping the composure. But again, this offense, when they are executing at full tilt, full click, they're able to overcome this. It's just a 2-possession ball game still.
It's still a 2-possession ball game. The Falcons have not scored since the first quarter in this game.
The first possession of the game.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that goes even deeper.
Yeah.
Makes it even worse. And let's be honest, at that point, now again, the first possession is not always indicative of how the game goes. We know that teams adjust, players and coaches make different decisions after that is made. But in this particular case, it looked good. It felt good because you had stopped OCS on their first possession.
Right.
But after that, it just seems like the meter continues to go the way of the Saints. Xavier Thompson's going to get the ball at the 25-yard line. He's at the 26. He cuts inside at the 40 and is going to be brought down, and Xavier Thompson took a big shot.
And number 0 again on the play for the Ryder Gray, a high tackle up around the helmet.
And that not only does it not look good, it just, it's illegal as long as it's not your hand inside the collar, but it just, as a commentator and been doing this a long time, it never looks good when you see that.
Yeah, I might have had a different take on that as an official personal foul.
So at the 40-yard line, going to swing it out, and this time there's a flag thrown on the play. And Jaden Nickens and CJ were not on the same page, but we got holding against the Falcons.
Yeah, again, block punt, bad. Holding on offense, bad.
So now taking the ball back to the 30-yard line, 10-yard loss on the play with that penalty against the Falcon offense. So now you're looking at 1st down and 20. So now 4 receivers split.
And the Falcons don't have to try to get all this in one play.
CJ drops back. He's going to put it up. Has a receiver open. He's going to fling it to the outside, and that is going to be caught by Thompson. Thompson's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Millwood.
Strike up the band, man. That's a
You're talking 70-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, just over the outreached hands of the defender.
And really, to be honest with you, the corner misplayed that ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, and he's fingertips away from knocking the pass down, but he's fingertips short from disrupting the pass, and it falls right into the hand of Xavier Thompson. He knows what to do once he gets it. And just like that.
Just like that,
the Falcons are back in this game.
So there's still plenty of time. We're talking about 5:22 to go. It's 20-12. The Falcons are going to go for 2 here, and I'm going to be honest with you. This may be one of the most important two-point conversions attempts the Falcons have done all year. And it looks like the officials are stopping the action here. Not sure as to why.
I can say this about the assertion that this could be the most important two-point. Every team has video on this, and there are only so many options that they have at their disposal in the form of
Lamar Davis. Yeah, Lamar Davis is going to run the Wild Falcon. Keys is in front, and we've got 2 receivers. Ball is snapped, and Davis was a little slow, but he's got the corner into the end zone. 2 points is good.
But I don't know if you saw me pointing that direction.
Right.
But the corner was up, and all it took is one block and a dance, and he's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, the Falcons find themselves right back in the mix with 5 minutes and 22 seconds. This is a game of emotions. And, I'm out of Mountain Dew on this thing, but I'm telling you, stick around. This is going to be a barn burner down the stretch. At a defensive stop, as the defense for the Falcons has shown they can stop this team. And now the offense is finding their way, finding their swag. Big play, boom, boom, another big play, boom, you're in the game, 2-point conversion, and the game's over. Falcons win.
Right. And, that's exactly what it is. But the team has got to focus and lock in. Can't give any more self-inflicted wounds. You still have a mountain to climb, but the point is this is still the third quarter. Plenty of time right there. That is a First Security Bank touchdown. First Security Bank is a proud sponsor of Millwood Falcon broadcast. If you are looking for a bank to help make your dreams of becoming a homeowner or a business owner, first let First Security Bank make your dream a reality. First Security Bank is a member of FDIC and an African-American-owned bank.
And we certainly thank them for their sponsorship of tonight's touchdowns by the Falcons and all season long. Our friends at First Security Bank.
All right, getting ready to kick this ball away. Zaire Fisher this time. So Zaire to put it in play.
Carter.
Oh, is that Carter? Okay, that is Carter. Let me correct that. Cameron Carter kicks it, low squibbly kick, takes a high bounce, finally is out, caught at the 20-yard line and trying to get to the edge and is finally going to be forced out of bounds. The returner on that one was Eli Winter. Eli Winter on the return, and he's going to get a gain of 2 on that return. But nice kick, or an even better bounce by Carter on that, a little English on that ball.
Yeah. And I can officially say this is the Saints' worst starting field position of the entire game at the 22-yard line.
It's still not inside the 20.
It's still not inside the 20, but it's not the 42 or the 32.
So now going to work. Yeah.
Things are starting to trend the Falcons' way. Pin them deep, hold them, score, stop, score, stop, score.
So 4 receivers this time, and it looks like Orme is going to be the quarterback draw. Zone read play by Orme, taking the ball beyond the 30-yard line, a gain of 10 right out the gate. Yeah. Nobody's catching the quarterback on this one.
Yeah, Orme's back there in the wildcat formation, and he just takes the snap. He hasn't thrown the ball out of this formation all day long. If I'm the Mike linebacker, I'm coming downhill with a purpose, and we're going to plug up some holes here.
So it's going to be a first down after a gain of 10. So change of formation, but Orme is the quarterback, and they're going to switch. Now Garrett Wilson lines up as the quarterback. Single back, he's going to give it to Orme, and that time Mr. Johnson gets in the backfield and brings him down at the 31-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play.
Yeah, when the quarterback exchange to the running back there slows the tempo down for the offense, and the defense, and Mike Linebacker was able to come through penetration there and stop in the backfield for a positive play for the defense, negative side on the offensive.
So 4:16 to go. Score is 20-14, Saints on top. 2-back formation, 2 receivers. This time, going to flex out the running back, trying to throw it over the middle of the field. That pass is incomplete, intended for Kyler Brown. So 3rd down.
Good coverage by the Millwood secondary now.
Now, here's the question of the day. Tanner Roof has gone for it on 4th down. How many times we've counted? 5 times?
5 times.
Are you going to go for it when the ball is inside your own 25-yard line?
Now, analytics say no. That's what the analytics say.
Or inside your 35-yard line. Let me correct the spot
Well,
on the ball.
analytics still say no.
3 receivers, twins to the left. Wilson is the quarterback. And before things get started,
false start.
It's going to be false start.
That's the Saints' first penalty of the second half.
So that's going to move the ball inside the 30 back to the 26-yard line, setting up 3rd down and 16. All these things are happening good for the Falcons.
Absolutely. You got them pinned down inside of the 25-yard line. You got them 3rd and a mile, and you just scored. The momentum is coming back your way. You can see it. You're believing it.
All right. Garrett is going to have to fire it across the middle of the field, and he released it early. Great pressure by Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson came and messed up the timing of that play. Pass incomplete.
Wakwab Johnson, you know, that he's one of the keys, my keys to the game, one of the players to watch. And he's finally made his presence felt there on this possession. A timely play by him to force this 4th down punt.
Is this a traditional punt formation?
Yes.
For the Saints? First time we've seen this tonight.
Don't be surprised if they
exactly.
some tricks out of this.
So as we look at that.
Johnson runs into the punter.
And he's going to run into the punter. And Coach Franklin is livid. And the ball is going to be down inside the 40, but if it's the personal foul variety.
Personal foul.
So it's going to be personal foul, roughing the kicker. It will be a 1st down.
Yeah, that's huge. And Coach Johnson Franklin is not happy with Johnson.
So, because again, that penalty right there is a backbreaker. Is a backbreaker because that gives them another 1st down, and just when you had the momentum.
Yeah.
And remember, momentum is a lady you have to constantly court in this particular sport. If you don't, she'll go the other direction. So you have to do your best to keep everything in
perspective.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And you can't make mistakes like that.
Yeah, the likelihood of you blocking the punt are slim at this point. And he's coming straight on at the kicker and no way to veer off. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Saints just outside the 45-yard line, 42-yard line.
So going to work right now. And here's the other part. This is an instant change in momentum. So as a defense, you got to get right back out there. And Johnson was the reason on that last play. Johnson was the reason on that last play that they even got to get the ball away, and then he gave it all the way back to the team.
So if I could make that put that in perspective, one day you're the chicken, next day you're the feathers. He was the feathers on that play.
All right, going to work. Garrett standing inside the 40. He's rolling right, going to throw it into the flats. And this time,
baby,
big hit that time. Love it by Franklin. Loses his helmet, knocking down Brown.
Yeah, Brown's not going to be so happy to looking forward to catching a pass the next time because 2 and 2 is 4. And number 2 caught the ball, and number 2 put him on his big number.
Yeah, so he did. So that's going to be a gain of 3. Even though he did make the reception, there's still a big hit, great open field tackle. So 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, 2 goes into 2 one time, and that's all it took.
Now Johnson is back on the field as defensive end on the right side. And ball is snapped. And he's going to put the ball in play. Wilson trying to get rid of it. Wilson. Johnson putting pressure. And he's going to finally get brought down by Miko Levine.
Man, just tenacious pressure by the defense. And Wilson, as the quarterback, he's got to know to get rid of that football, as the time clock should be going off in his head. But relentless pressure by the defense turned him again.
Loss of 14 yards. Keep going.
And that's what you want. Okay, we messed up. We had the roughing. Now we're back again, and it's going to be, well, they got 2nd down on the stick, but it's 4th down in reality.
It's 4th down. It's 4th down and 20.
4th and 20. So this time, if I'm Johnson, I'm going to make sure the ball is punted, And we're going to set up for the return. And I believe that Coach Franklin got his point across to him as he didn't even penetrate the.
Xavier's going to get it. Tries to get to the outside, and that was one that was a dangerous one.
That's a late hit.
And, again, Coach Franklin has not been talking about it, and there's been a lot of conversations about those falling on folks after the fact. But nonetheless, Xavier Thompson on the return catches the ball right about the 30 and returns it for a gain of 3 yards or a gain of 2 yards out to the 33-yard line. So again, it's everybody sees things differently, but I always see that guy who falls on someone after the fact should be called.
He wasn't in actively tackling at the point, and the guy was clearly on the ground. And in high school football, when you're down, whether you hear a whistle or not, the play is over.
3 receivers, twins to the right side. Pressure coming from the Saints, and this time they ran right into the blitz that the Saints were coming with. And it looks like they're going to say
no gain on the play.
No gain on the play. No gain on the play for Davis, so second down and 10. 1:06 to go, 20-14 is the score. Now, when you have that gap and you have all the Saints lining up in the gap, so they've been playing with 4 down linemen, and you have those linebackers walking up, you got to change out of that because you sent Lamar Davis right into that.
Yeah, that was zone coverage right there. They were looking for man coverage, and one of the first times that CJ's run the ball, he's gotten down on the ground and slid there.
CJ's gonna slide, and he's gonna lose a yard. So back to the 32-yard line. So CJ has not run the ball left a lot tonight. He's still, still banged up a little bit. I don't think he's 100%. Under 30 seconds to go, under 20 seconds to go. Score is 20-14, and that might be the final play of the third quarter.
Yeah, I think Coach Franklin has set on just letting the clock run down. Let's make sure we got a solid third down play coming here, and we'll do that in the fourth quarter as we get ready to come on the drive home.
So, zeros on the clock. Put your 4 fingers in the air. The Falcons have got to get busy in the fourth. They're still down by 6. You're listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores and SSM Health at St. Anthony.
Let's take a break and then get back to more Millwood Falcons football. Only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Injuries don't wait. For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune in to my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
The way this is going, I don't want the Stripes to have the say-so on the outcome of this game.
Yeah, it's interesting that you would mention that. And, we were grading out the team. Right now, this crew has about a C, in my opinion.
All right, deep pass.
And there's a lot of hands right there.
And Xavier makes the catch. He makes the catch on the sideline. He was running a 9 route, died down in front of the Falcon bench, and Xavier makes the catch at the 29-yard line. CJ hadn't been able to hit one of those since the prior scoring drive, and he did it right there. What a play, what a catch by Xavier down to the OS 29.
Great confidence and focus as the defender had him wrapped up like a Christmas present. And I'm surprised we didn't have a penalty flag on that play for defensive pass interference.
You were grading, and I'm every play counts. That was a pass play of 39 yards. All right, faking the jet sweep. Going to swing it to the outside, pass incomplete. And to me, I agree with Jaden Nickens. On that particular play, CJ was looking right. All he had to do was hand it to Nickens. Nickens on that jet sweep on the inside, he would have done. As you said, we've got to get the ball in the hands of the playmaker and find a way to do it.
Yeah, we were able to make contact with Xavier Thompson for a long play. But I'm telling you, the focal point for if I'm the OC, we're going to find a way to get Jaden the ball and make him either the primary target or a decoy and make the defense respect that.
3 receivers now, and the Saints are showing blitz, and this time they're going to get it to Nickens, just as we call. At the 25, and it's going to be brought down right near the 20-yard line, but we called it.
Yeah.
Jaden Nickens getting the handoff right then and there.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Batson saw that and said, let's go back to that. Jaden went over and lobbied to get the ball, and good things come happen when he gets the ball in his hands on that jet sweep action. 2nd down and 1.
So that puts the ball right there at the 21-yard line. Nice gain of 8 there for Jaden Nickens. And we're going back to work. So 3rd down and 1. Falcons double tight end.
Yeah, heavy package.
6 seconds, plenty of time still to snap this ball.
Cameron Carter.
So Cameron Carter doesn't get it this time, but they give it to the up back, and it looks like he's got enough for a Sunbeam Family Services 1st down.
That's Keys.
Anthony Keys.
Beat. Who's got the keys to the Porsche?
The Keys with the key play. Taking the ball, I think they're going to spot this at the 18. Gain of 3.
Looks like about the 18-yard line. Yes, sir.
Gain of 3. So 1st and 10, Sunbeam Family Services 1st down. Make sure you check them out at sunbeamfamilyservices.org. Especially if you want to become a foster parent, or if you need mental health support, call them. Let them help you. 3 receivers now. Inside slot receivers, Jaden Nickens. This time he gets it again. Jaden Nickens tries to turn the corner. He's at the 10. He hits the Jets.
Oh, baby.
And he dives. And it's going to be marked down at the 5. Jaden Nickens going to be marked down at the 5-yard line.
Can't overemphasize it. Good things happen when you get the ball to your playmakers.
Gain of 13 on the play for Jaden Nickens. So 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
The Falcons on the verge now of clawing their way back into this game.
And pardon, we painted a picture of gloom and doom, but we did say it was 2-possession ball game, and here's the 2nd of those possessions, and the Falcons have a chance now to draw the even or take the lead here.
All right, getting set. CJ trying to get the offense set. They got 5 seconds. They're going to have to call.
Let's get a timeout right here, Coach. Yeah.
So a timeout's going to have to be called by the Falcons here. 20-14 is the score right now. The Falcons on the verge, 1st and goal. Now, we're going to stay right here. This is an OG&E timeout. I just want to get your thoughts here on play selection. To me, the jet sweeps, all that stuff is over. To me, I'm giving the ball to Cameron Carter. I know he fumbled the ball earlier. Let him use his power game and run downhill and dare the Saints to make the tackle. And see, they got to tackle him 3 times. I'm not going to have the same problem Pete Carroll did. I refuse to have that problem. I'm going to give it to my big guy, and we're going to go downhill.
Back when I was coaching my kids, this play right here would be a 31 dive, and we're going to come back and we're going to 31 dive again. There's no need now to try to get your speed to the outside, as the field has been compressed now, and so those corners are going to be walking up expecting to guard the boundaries, as the Falcons have been able to outflank the Saints on multiple occasions and get down to where they are now. But now it's time to go straight ahead for the money.
All right, so back to live action now. 10-19 left in the game. 20-14.
The Falcons need to average 2 yards of play here. You're at the 6-yard line, and if you average 2 yards of play, that's going to put you in the end zone.
All right, going to work right now. Calls Donovan Knight in motion. They're going to give the ball to Lamar Davis, who hammers his way down to what will be about the no gain on the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, he's down back to the 5, so he got about a yard, 1 yard on the play. Went from the 6 to the 5. So this play we need 3.5 yards.
So 2nd down. Well, he's still standing at the 5 over here. The line judge is. So second down and goal from the 5. 9:47 to go. The clock continues to run. Let's see what the Falcons do here.
Heavy package. Everybody's in tight. Tight ends in tight. Double tight.
Ball to snap. They're going to hit the ball to Cameron Carter, and I called it. Carter going to get the ball down this time to the 3, as you had said.
Yeah. So if
gain of 2.
If it's me, I'm going the same formation. This time I'm going to have CJ pull it and run to the pylon.
So if we can get that, it's going to be a glorious touchdown for the Falcons.
Yeah, changing the personnel. So,
and Carter's coming out. So, okay, so you got some of the speed package in. You got Keys in here, as well as Nitro Davis in there. So you've got
Xavier Thompson as well.
Jaden Nickens on the right side, Donovan Knight and Xavier Thompson on the inside slot. They're going to fake it, and they're going to flick it back, and it's going to be intercepted. He's at the 10. He's at the 15. He's still on his feet at the 40, the 50. Lamar Davis trying to catch him, and Davis brings him down and saves the touchdown at the 25-yard line. Unbelievable. That play, and there's a flag way back here at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's
so. The point is it has to be after, based upon where the flag is thrown. Yeah. It's after the interception.
Yeah, it's going to be a post-possession foul. It's going to go against the Saints, but it'll still be their football. Another turnover, partner.
Yeah, that interception right there. And kudos to Lamar Davis, who did not give up on the play. He had to catch him. Had to. And he did.
Yeah, he closed hard on him to stop that touchdown.
So it's a legal block in the back. I see the preliminary signal. Haven't heard the official word just yet. So in this particular case, so based upon when this is going to be,
we have distance to the goal from the 20 to the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Saints.
So it's going to be an interception. The interception is going to be inside the 5. Taken to the 20-yard line, and then after that we're going to have a block in the back penalty. And that's going to move the ball back inside. Is it back to the 10-yard line?
10-yard line. That's the 5th turnover on the Falcons tonight.
So Wilson going to do a throwback this time, and he was able to make – Orme was going down to make the catch, and he does at the 16-yard line.
That's been a pretty popular route for him. This is the first time they've been able to connect on it.
Exactly. I was going to say, 3rd time's a charm tonight.
Yeah, underthrown this time. Other times he's been overthrown.
So the pass is complete to Orme at the 16-yard line. Those turnovers, man. I mean, not all of them have not hurt all the way, but I'm telling you, eventually they're going to tell the story of this game. Ball is snapped. It's over the head and he's got to go back there and get it. And the Falcons recovered
in the end zone.
It's going to be a touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
The ball was snapped over the head of Orme and into the end zone. The Falcons go and dive and get the ball.
Are you kidding me? Partner, we've been painting a picture of gloom and doom for the Falcons with 5 turnovers, and now just like that, a turnover on their own in the end zone. Strike up the band, man. The Falcons have tied the game.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
Are you kidding me?
We're all tied up at 20.
Wow.
5 turnovers for the Falcons.
5 turnovers.
1 turnover for OCS, and that may be the biggest one of this game. Lamar Davis is in for the 2-point conversion that will give the Falcons the lead. 9 seconds. Falcons are set. Ball is snapped. Lamar's going to run inside. Tried to get into the end zone, and he does! 2-point conversion is good.
Wow.
I don't know if this is Halloween, but this is a trick and a treat.
Wow. All I've got is wow.
I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Lamar Davis
wow.
scores the 2-point conversion. I want to go to break, but I can't do it.
Wow.
That touchdown on a bad snap recovered by the Falcons and the Saints end zone for a touchdown. That is a First Security Bank touchdown. Millwood Falcons.
I know I'm supposed to have more than this right now, but wow. Wow.
Now listen.
15 minutes ago, we're down 2 touchdowns. And now we're up 2 with 7:49 to go.
So now, I mean, and it looked all horrible.
All bad.
And the Saints gave it back.
Wow. So now let's go back to Lamar Davis running down the after the interception. Flag brings it back to the 20-yard line, half the distance to the goal. Defense flexes. Bad snap into the end zone. The quarterback reluctantly tried to get on the ball. If it's me, I'm going in kicking the ball out the back of the end zone for a safety. Get the Falcons back the ball. Falcons fall on it. The band starts playing. 6 points on the board.
All right, so now the Falcons got to kick this ball away. It's a high end-over-end kick.
One of the best kicks
and
of
it's
the
going to
night.
be caught inside the 10-yard line. Jaden Nickens is trying to cover it. He's able to bring the ball to the 15-yard line, and unbelievable. Now the Saints have the ball where the last scene of the crime was.
They're back. Yeah, their worst starting field position of the night turns into 8 points for the Falcons, and now again the Falcons hold and have them pinned back inside of the 20-yard at about the 15-yard line. I'm ready to pick the players of this game, buddy. I'm already ready.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah, I'm already ready.
All right, so the ball's at the 15-yard line. The Saints are going to come back out here. Orme had been the ball, and he had no chance. That snap was at least 4 to 5 yards over his head. The center got juiced for whatever reason.
Michael Parsons was lined up over my guess. I don't know.
I doubt Michael Parsons. We'll say Roy Williams.
Okay,
and that's not like that's any better, given the reference. All right, Garrett Wilson is going to throw it to the outside, and that pass is going to be incomplete. And are they going to throw a flag? No. Pass is incomplete. All right.
I'm glad you said that because I'm saying to myself, at least this back judge is consistent. Extremely consistent.
So the pass is incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Falcons now lead 22 to 20. It has been an unbelievable game. For the most part, the Falcons have been down since the first quarter of this game.
Yeah.
I mean, since the second quarter of this game.
Yeah.
But it felt a whole lot longer.
Worse.
It's felt that way. It's felt like it's been Saints ball, and the Falcons had to find a way to stay in the game. Ball is snapped. Garrett Wilson's going to throw it to the outside, and he put too much heat on it. And again, it's too tall.
That wheel route, again, it's wide open there. He catches that. He's going to run for a while. The Falcons got to fix that and get that covered now. That's about the 4th or 5th time that they've run that play.
Again, they've run it 5 times, 20% accuracy.
Yeah.
Because they've only hit Orme out of the backfield once.
And that was underthrown.
Yeah. Normally it's been over too tall.
Yeah.
So, again, at some point it's going to be the right connection.
Yes.
All right, going to work right now. Big 3rd down for the Falcons here. 7-11, you can go and attack the clock. Wilson pump fakes. Looks to the right, pressure being made. He has to unload it, and he's going to fire it, and that pass is incomplete. Zaire had a chance at it, was not able to bring it down.
Yeah, that was hot. He threw a hot pass out there. He didn't want anybody to catch that.
4th down and 10. Now, if we don't rough the kicker, if we don't run into the kicker,
we won't do any of that this
the
time.
Falcons will have the best field position possibly
of the night
that they've had.
They will not.
With a 2-point lead.
They will not rough the kicker.
They will not.
All in. I'm going all in.
Oh. Okay, so speaking of that, you got to tell me the story real quick there on number 11.
Yo, 11. So that's a bet on the crap table in Vegas. The Yo bet pays pretty good money, too.
All right. They're going to kick the ball away. The kick is away. Xavier Thompson set to get it. Is going to take a bounce. And it will be downed at the Millwood 46-yard line. So a little bit of talking at the end of the game, at the end of the play, I should say.
Yeah, a little woofing now. Those zeros in there, Ryder Gray.
So no return on that play for Xavier Thompson. But 1st and 10 Falcons from the 46. Best field position of the night. 2-point lead. 6:52 to go. Can the Falcons bring it home?
Run the ball.
And the Saints should know that. So 3 receivers right now. And Xavier Thompson is going to fake that. They're going to fake the jet sweep. And Nitro Davis makes 1-2. And he barely gets back. No, they're going to say a loss of 1. Back to the 45-yard line on Lamar Davis that time. He lost a yard.
He did minimize the damage, though.
Yes, he did.
Could have been a whole lot worse.
No, in terms of overall rushing tonight, the Falcons have rushed for 113 yards on the night as a team. So they need to do this and take assault on the clock right now.
And more importantly, they have regathered their composure, and had some successful plays here. And as a team, that team grade on composure has gone up.
Okay, now diamond formation. The deep back on this play is Jaden Nickens. Why not get it to him? And this time, Keys gets it. And Keys spinning.
Still on his feet.
Still moving the car. And who got the keys is a Sunbeam Family Service first down at the 41-yard line.
Hey, man, I usually say who's got the keys to the Jeep? Who's got the keys to the semi? And that time, Mr. Keys carried the wood there and took several
14-yard gain on that play, 1st and 10. So diamond formation. Jaden Nickens is the deep back in this formation. 15 seconds on the clock. We're under 5:45 to go. The Falcons need to take 2-3 minutes off the clock here. And they're going to hand the ball to Cameron Carter running downhill.
He's downhill.
And he's going to take the ball down inside the 40. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 37. Why is the official spotting the ball? That's weird to me.
Well, he got it. And in this new formation, when the umpire's in the backfield without a center judge, somebody's got to go get it.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
No center judge as the umpire's in the backfield.
2nd down and 6 after a gain of 4. Okay, switching. Jaden Nickens is now out. Diamond formation. He's split out wide on the left side of the hash mark on the top of your screen. Now going to hand the ball to Lamar Davis. And Davis is going to hammer ahead for a gain of 1.
They're just hard running again. The Falcons are getting downhill. CJ's being very patient with the snap count, getting the team up over the ball and down to single digits before the snap comes.
Every time. 3rd down and 5. Now you need to get this. You're under 4. You get this, you can get it under 3. So this time, 2 back formation, 2 receivers split. 10 seconds on the play clock. Ball is snapped, and CJ's going to run it. And CJ runs out of bounds. And he's going to run out of bounds inside the 35-yard line down to the 34.
And it's 4th down. That's just a sophomore mistake there. Stay up in bounds. Just slide. Get all you can. Get on the ground because the clock is your friend right now.
4th down and 3. 19 seconds on the play clock. 4:12 on the game clock. This time check brought to you by A+ Lawn Service. If you want that green look, call Milo, 405-535-5139. Diamond formation. The Falcons are going for it. Going to swing it out to Jaden Nickens and off his hands. Pass is incomplete. He fired it out there too quick. Jaden dropped the ball that time.
That hit him in the wrong spot.
And Jaden Nickens a little slow getting up.
Yeah, he's got a leg cramp, and hats off to the coaching staff and medical staff for OCS for getting him in a recumbent position and start working that out.
So it's a cramp. It has been a warm evening. It is officially cooling off now. Said it was going to be low 70s, and right now it's 72 degrees. 9:30 on a Friday night here at the Good. And it has not been good for the Falcons all night. But if the Falcons can maintain for 4 minutes and 9 seconds, they will win a 2-point game.
Yeah, it's just a matter of holding on now. And if I'm Coach Franklin, I've got the right squad out there. As the defense has risen to the occasion. Although, except for the 4th and 10 when the quarterback extended the play, was dancing around and was able to hit in the end zone, a blocked punt, and an extended drive. I mean, think about how the defense has played. They've only given up 14 points.
They've given up 14 points, right. One of those, unfortunately, was on a 4th down and 10 play.
Right.
But other than that, you have to say that the defense has been solid.
Absolutely.
Because the other touchdown came from a special teams on a block punt, on a block, you want to call it a block 6.
yeah, not a scoop and score, a pick 6, but a block 6.
A block 6.
And then a recovery 6 for the Falcons here in the end zone to tie the game and then to take the lead on the ensuing 2-point conversion.
Jaden Nickens walks off under his own power with 3 receivers now. The Saints with Orme and Wilson. Wilson has it, drops back, looks right, going to fire to the outside, and the catch is going to be made by Gray, the tight end.
Yeah, the big target hasn't really been a factor in the game tonight on the second reception that I can remember him making, and none bigger than that one, as that's a first down for the Saints out near the 45-yard line.
And it's going to be at the 45, so it's going to be a gain of 11 on that play. So the Saints down 2 with 3:57 to go. Wilson's going to fire it out, and this time Gray's going to make the catch right at midfield. Check that. Yes, going to be caught at midfield.
And
so now a gain of 5.
Understand, with Jaden Nickens being out on the offensive side of the ball, he also plays defense as one of those covered corners, and we need him to get back into the game.
And Gray has got size. He's got a 6'2", or 6'3" frame. Wilson looking for him again, rolling to the right, and he's going to fire it. He's going to actually take off and get a first down. That is a wise play from a senior quarterback. Yeah. He had the inkling to throw it across the field, but decided at the last second to pull it down and run and get them a first down in Falcon territory at the Millwood 45-yard line.
Again, the quarterback just making plays with his feet as he did earlier on a touchdown, extended the 4th down play, was able to find a receiver. Here he uses his feet to get the first down and run out of bounds, stopping the clock.
3:24 to go, 18 seconds on the play clock. We've got 4 receivers, 2 split on either side, ball at the right hash. Wilson calling for it. Quarterback draw right up the middle. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of what would be about 5 yards down to the 40-yard line. Good call there. So gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. And the clock will be under 3 minutes to go here. So we know we're in 4-down territory. And to me, OCS would like nothing better because both offenses has not been able to score on tremendous big plays all night long. But you have to ask yourself, does either team have the ability to drive full distance on the other defense?
Yeah, aside for the Falcons' 70-yard touchdown.
Orme with the delay, he slips.
Yeah, Orme had a whole bunch of.
He slips and fell down, and he's going to fall down at the 31-yard line after a gain of 9. He tried to plant his foot, and his foot gave way.
Yeah, that's what stopped him there, as he had 6 on his mind. And I go back to CJ's earlier play when he ran out of bounds there and extended the time here, and these few seconds may.
Orme with the delay again, dances his way inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line, gain of 3. Make that a gain of 2, correct that.
Yeah, this deliberate run game here, down looking to.
So it's gain of 3. We have a player who lost his helmet, so substitution. And the clock continues to run here. Under 2 minutes to go. Surprised the official didn't stop it.
I don't know why we didn't.
2 minutes to go. Ball is snapped. Wilson on the right side. Wants to pull it down, and he does. Tries to get loose. He allayed some more Falcons and runs out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Out inside the 15, out about the 13. Looks like at the 14-yard line. So the Saints are in business here with 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after that, 1:50 to go.
And this has mostly been the quarterback on this drive.
He's not been the one who's being accounted for by the defense.
Yeah.
13 seconds, 12 seconds, 10 seconds. Clock at 1:50. Now Wilson's going to run it again. This time he's going to be brought down just outside the 10. Make that the 11. Gain of 4. And the longer he does this, he's taking time off the clock. It's precious time. It's 93 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, I'm looking on the sideline to see if there's a kicker getting loose for the
And the
Saints.
Falcons have all 3 of their timeouts. Ball is snapped. And this time Wilson tries to get to the outside. He does. Breaks it inside the 5, and he's going to be brought down inside about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, this is
down to the 4-yard line, folks, and it's going to come down to this. The Falcons are up by 2.
And the Falcons take a timeout.
So a timeout called, an OG&E timeout. 1:04 seconds to go. So Darwin Franklin's going to come over and talk to the official, and he's going to ask the question, because I asked it too. When he stopped it, there should be more time on the clock.
Yeah.
Because they stopped it because a player lost his helmet.
Right.
In fact, that was number 26, Demarius Adams lost his helmet. He came out, but they allowed the clock to run.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here's my thing. If it's above 2 minutes, okay. Under 2 minutes,
well,
clock time is precious.
High school football, that play requires the clock to be stopped and a substitution be allowed to come into a sub to be allowed to come into the game. And they just failed there as the umpire just held his hand in the air, allowing the offense to run more time off the clock.
So now going to work. 1:04 seconds. Falcons up by 2, but here come the Saints. Garrett Wilson has authored a tremendous drive for the Saints right now. He's standing at the 10-yard line. Ball is snapped. He's going to quarterback draw, and this time shooting the gap and bringing him down. Mr. Johnson on the play.
Waquab Johnson, man.
Yaquab down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, great play.
And the clock
shut the gap and made it stop.
Is officially still running. Under 40 seconds to go. The Falcon defense needs to hold. Wilson calling for it.
High snap.
Ball is snap. High snap. And this time in the backfield, down he goes. He's brought down at the 9-yard line.
Tommy Fisher just shot the gap, put him on his big number, out around the 9-yard line.
Is it officially at the 9?
At 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
Timeout Saints.
Timeout Saints on the play. It's an OG&E timeout. And it's interesting. Right now, Darwin Franklin is making a statement. He says, I believe in my defense. He did not call any timeouts when the clock was above a minute. He did not panic. He's holding fort right now, holding the timeouts. Now, right now, that last decision proved to be a good one, as there's been 2 high snaps by the center for the OCS Saints in the second half of this game. One led to a touchdown, and one stopped the momentum of Garrett Wilson going forward. He had to go back to retreat to get the ball, and that allowed Fisher to come in and get him.
Yeah, the officiating crew is looking for time to be placed back on the clock as they're.
So we're going to have to make an announcement to find out what time it is, or somebody's going to have to say something. Okay, 30 seconds on the clock. So 30 seconds is officially back on the clock.
Whew.
So
everyone's on their feet here. Both sides looking.
3rd down and 5. I mean, 3rd down and goal from the 8.
3rd and goal from the 8 here.
And here we go. Garrett in shotgun formation. 4 receivers. Orme in the backfield. High snap again. Garrett Wilson had to get it. He's trying to find somebody. He's going to throw it in the back of the end zone. Too tall for Gray. Pass incomplete.
22 seconds remaining.
It was another high snap by the center. So the pass is incomplete. Timeout. And OG need the final timeout. Or they got one more, don't they?
OCS has 2 timeouts remaining.
No, they just called one.
They have one left. One left for them, one left for the Falcons as the place kicker's coming into the game.
So the place kicker's coming in with 22 seconds left. Now here's the thing. If you're the Falcons, the most important guy on this play here is the nose tackle.
Yeah, you can't line up over him now.
Can't line up over him, but you've got to make him flinch because you know he's feeling it. So the Falcon fans are going to have to make some noise here as they bring out the field goal kicker. No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Number 35.
So he's setting up for what will be a 25-yard field goal attempt. Now the ball's in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I'm not going to even try to pronounce that name, partner.
All right.
First name Noah.
Noah is going to try and put him ahead. Kick is up. And the kick is low. And the kick is no good. The kick is no good. The kick is no good. And so the Falcons might escape here at home.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
The field goal attempt is no good. Falcons take over on downs. 19 seconds on it. So it's victory right now.
At the 20-yard line.
So
first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
22-20 is the score. The snap looked good, but the kick was low, and it looked like it went to the left side of the goalpost. Is that what I described correctly, Dooley?
I lost it in the shadows, and I thought it was blocked, but it got to outside of the end zone, so I don't know where it ended up.
Because the ball was a touchback into the end zone, the ball's at the 20-yard line. So victory. The Falcons one snap away. And with that, okay, they got a timeout.
Timeout taken. Prolonging the agony here.
So the timeout, well, they called a timeout because there has been bad snaps tonight. Because there's been bad snaps, you're saying, well, if I've done one, why not you? So under center, just a clean snap.
Yeah, just hands. I mean, right, everybody up tight. Yeah, no chance to fumble the ball or lose the ball here. And just ball security is what we're looking for here.
So 14 seconds. By the numbers, and I can't wait to take the final look at them. The Saints dominated a lot of this game.
Yeah, time of possession.
But in the first and the fourth quarter, has been Falcon time.
Yeah, second half. We were painting this picture of gloom and doom as they were down 2 scores, and they were able to turn things around.
And that is the final snap of the game. 7-6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The Falcons are going to win and more than likely sealed up the district championship tonight, beating the OCS Saints, handing them their first loss of the year, winning by the score of 22-20. Oh my goodness. Wow. And they say this statement around here, oh baby.
Oh baby.
It's the wood.
It's the wood, baby.
Unbelievable game.
Wow.
We'll be back with the SSM Health at St. Anthony postgame. You've been listening to Millwood Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores.
Let's take a break and then get back to more Millwood Falcons football. Only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
Oklahoma City, would you vote yes or no for a sales tax for a new arena in Oklahoma City? That would be the new home of the Oklahoma City Thunder. The plan for the new arena and the commitment from the Thunder is conditional on the passage by Oklahoma City voters on December 12th of a temporary 1-cent sales tax that will not raise taxes. This temporary tax will start after the conclusion of maps is for and will not increase the city's current sales tax rate. We want to hear from you. Go to the blackchronicle.com website and vote yes or no. That's blackchronicle.com.
Let's get back to more play-by-play Millwood Falcons football. Only on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140.
I just don't know what we saw here tonight. We saw a tale of two cities. We saw the old Western, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
We saw Halloween transpire on the field. We saw tricks and we saw treats. But at the end of the day, it ends up being a Falcon win. And I can't wait to ask Coach Franklin at some point why he didn't use the timeouts and what did he see in his defense that let him know that that was the right decision to make. As far as the Saints will go, is it the game that the Millwood Falcons won, or was it one that they lost will be a question in this game?
Well, at the end of the day, it's the game that the Falcons won in my eyesight. You're down 2 scores, and Lady Luck showed her face and shined favorably on the Millwood defense when the offense for Millwood was driving, the interception at the goal line on the potential go-ahead touchdown, to flip the field on the block in the back to bring the ball back to half the distance to the goal, then the subsequent 2 plays, and then the third down play, the snap that gets a loose from the quarterback, he doesn't recover it in the end zone. The Falcons fall on that to draw within 1 score and then drive on in. Well, they actually take the lead on that play and then take the 2-point conversion, and their only 2-point conversion of the night to turn this whole thing topsy-turvy.
And it was topsy-turvy indeed. When you look at everything we saw tonight, if you go back and just look at the accumulation of what we saw, the numbers, and this one will mislead you to the type of game it was. Millwood's 5 turnovers will be a number that I remember tonight. But it's not the 5 turnovers that got you. It was the one the Saints caused that opened the door for the Falcons. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to say the Falcons won the game. They executed when they absolutely needed to. When their backs were against the wall, they got the plays they needed to. But the Saints, after going up by 14, basically squandered it away. You know, failure to execute on the second half of the game. And this had a playoff atmosphere. It had playoff intensity. It had every bit that you can think of when it comes to great football games. But 22-20, this was nothing what I thought this was going to be like tonight.
No, especially when you look at the stats coming into tonight's game, the number of points that the Saints had been able to score, amass over 300 points in their total body of work, and only allowing some less than 70 points in their total body of work. So on paper, and we discussed this before we went on air, that on paper it was their game. They were – Millwood was just here.
No, exactly. I mean, you're talking about this. Millwood championship pedigree experience. The Saints, a team that's up and coming, a definite threat in Class 2A. And you said it, but we didn't even mention the numbers tonight. You said 314-62. That's total points scored this year, 314 points coming into this game, averaging 44.8 points per game the Saints were, giving their opponents only 8. So the Millwood Falcons got 22 tonight. The Falcons, on the other hand, averaged 34.4 points per game and 18.7 given up. So the Falcon defense was right about where they were on the overall tonight. But what's different was when it come to executing, the Saints just did not do it. I mean, that's really what it came down to.
And that's large in part to the defense and the tenacious nature of the defense that the Falcons deployed. And I'm telling you, it's not because they didn't want to do it, not because the Saints didn't want to score. It was a formidable defense on the other side, led by Wyckoff Johnson, Miko Levine,
Cameron Carter. When he was out, when able to get out there, Jaden Nickens. These guys that are going both ways, channeling their inner Travis Hunter, if you will, to get this thing done. And then when it looked like it was going to end badly for them, a coach calls a timeout and just looks them in the eye and says, hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
And they rose up mightily, stopped them a couple other times, and then subsequently the kick didn't go their way, and the Falcons steal tonight's game.
Right.
Steal this game.
Steal this game. Yeah, they definitely steal this. So while we do that, let's give the final grades tonight. Millwood had a C+ for composure in the first half. What do you give them in the second half of this game?
An A+. And they turned that they channeled everything that they heard in practice this week, in meetings this week, and watching films, and everything that everybody's told them going into the night. You are a good player. You can do this. You can do this. They looked at the old videos from former teams. They remember last year's game over at OCS. They remember the road, and this is a similar road that they're painting, that they're driving now from last season that showed them that led them to the championship game, falling to Washington last year.
Selflessness.
I'm going to give them another A on that, selflessness.
In the second half.
In the second half, an A.
Okay. Then game plan.
That's an A.
That's an A.
They went back to game plan.
Now, penalties in the second half of this one. You gave them a D in the first half. To me, the penalties still gave opportunities. When it's all said and done, what were you going to give them in the second half of that one?
A C.
A C.
Yeah.
So overall, the penalties. So they got 3 out of 4 of your keys to the game that got good marks.
Yeah. Turned it around from first half to second half, and when you make that massive transformation, you see it manifest itself on the scoreboard, and that's what happened tonight. Stuck to the game plan, kept your composure, played for your partner, played for your brother, your comrade in arms. And then the penalties, of course, stuck their head in there.
Right. Now, in terms of total yards tonight, the Millwood Falcons had 290 yards of total offense. OCS had 253 yards of total offense tonight. So the Falcons were better, and it shows up when you look at the score 22-20. Cameron Carter tonight ran the ball 7 carries for 41 yards and had 1 fumble. Lamar Davis, 14 carries, 32 yards. Anthony Keys, 7 carries, 32 yards. Jaden Nickens, 2 carries, 21 yards, and a fumble, which I think should come back here. And then finally, Xavier Thompson, 2 for 6. CJ Turnbull, 9 for 17, 169, and 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Xavier Thompson, 3 catches for 110 yards and a touchdown. We're running out of time, so Doolittle, I need to get the player of the game, sponsored, of course, by Super Prep. Who is the player of the game tonight?
So, partner, I can't give it to just a player. I've got to give it to the entire defensive squad for their performance tonight because they made the difference. Mind you, the offense had 5 turnovers.
Right.
5.
So the defense unit gets it.
Gave up 3 touchdowns. The defense gave up 2 touchdowns and 1 on special teams.
All right. Want to thank our sponsors one last time. Sunbeam Family Services, OG&E, the Millwood and Richmond Foundation, First Security Bank, A+ Lawn Service, Big O's Pork and Dreams, Chris and Christy Harrison of Heritage Funeral Home, David Threet's Hair Cafe, Cosmetology School, Wing Supreme, Narissa Berry Insurance, Love Student of the Month, Super Prep, and Perry Publishing and Broadcasting. Want to thank our title sponsors, SSM Health at St. Anthony and Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores. We'll see you tomorrow on the yard for Langston's homecoming. The Falcons won 6 in a row now, folks, 7 in a row now, as they improved to 7-1. You've been listening to Millwood Falcon football right here on Heart and Soul 92.1 and 1140. Good night.
Wow.
Thank you for tuning in to another Millwood High School football broadcast. Now it's time to get back to what sets this radio station apart from all the other stations.